greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsSoundChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsSoundShy. Tyler, Butterball, Beaverball.
I knew this kid was going to be a complete mess, like a youth mess. Not mess. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate because when you're covered by mayhem, you'll be better protected.
Andrew, Pepe, Valentin.
How can you say that high school's sports is not about business when the IMG Academy, who is supposed to be a legitimate high school, goes for $1.25 billion?
Game time. David, Double D, Dykstra.
Hope and pray to God that Jordan Love twists his ankle so bad that you get to see this godforsaken mess that is Sean Mother Trucking Clifford.
Let's go, Nick.
No, given this Lamar Jackson, you're not getting him any fuss. He literally has one less touchdown than Lamar Jackson, and you're not saying anything.
Tyler Beaterball, Andrew Valentin, David Dykstra, and Nick Johnson. Your greatest little internet radio show everywhere you go.
I love me some angry music.
Doing that.
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped up today. I don't know if it's because I'm hangry because I've been drinking a Monster Double D Dexter. I'm here with my boys.
You're Fred Durst. Looks like you're Fred Durst.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
Tyler Butterball, Beaterball.
No white tee or jeans, ass clown.
There we go. Oh my! This is how we're going. This is how we do it.
Once again, these are my boys. We joke, we kid, we mess around, but we do talk sports. We talk football, college football, anything you really want to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Hey, hit us up. Let us know. You want us to talk cricket? We can talk cricket. You want us to talk rugby? I can talk some rugby. I got a female crush on a rugby player.
Oh,
That Isla chick is hot.
yeah. She's pretty attractive, I will say.
And she's a beast. Like,
That's true, too.
she just throws people to the side. Haroof.
Got some dudes that would like that.
Got a lot to talk about. We've got to quickly run down what we saw last weekend and then pivot really quickly in the second hour to what we're going to see this weekend.
Yeah.
So, boys, do we want to start off with the Bears?
Yeah.
Let's rip that Band-Aid off.
I mean, let's be very honest here, and I'll start it off. Y'all should be concerned. That offensive line in the schemes. Yeah. What?
Yeah. It's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
At this point.
But here's my question though, and this is my real question. I asked Tyler this yesterday. Last year when Borum and Jenkins were your guards, they were hucking and chucking.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You've now seen what Nate Davis can do, and it's moved very, very slow.
And missed his assignment a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not doing a lot for what he's showing.
And when you have these two second-year and third-year guys in Braxton and
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright,
Yeah.
against upper echelon speed rushers, you're not helping them by going, you got it, you're on an island, go!
You got this, buddy. Take care of it.
Yeah.
You're not doing Caleb any favors. You're not doing your offensive line any favors. Where does the remedy have to come from? Is it Borum at guard? I know the knock on him at tackle was his arms were too short.
Yeah.
He has the footwork. He has the speed. His arms were just too. He had Tyrannosaurus Rex syndrome.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Like we all do.
Yeah.
I got a big head and little arms.
That's where my mind went.
Do you say that a lot?
I do. Emily actually introduced me to that clip of the movie.
Jeez.
And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then I saw the movie.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think that's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Tyler.
It's I think Larry Borum, I mean, at this point, you need to put him in there because what you have right now is not working. So that will help out that spot right there. I'm waiting for Amagaji, the rookie from Yale. Hopefully he can get healthy soon. I'm like, at this point, try him out.
I thought the plan when they drafted him was to let him sit for the year.
That was.
I think that was a
supposed
plan.
to be the plan. He's the backup tackle for both of them. He can swing left or right because he played that college.
Honestly, they got Larry Borum at the left, or no, you have Jenkins at the left guard, but they're talking about I've heard putting Jenkins and Wright on the right. But either way, let's say you have Jenkins on the left, you got to go get yourself a center, and then put Borum on the right with Darnell, right? I mean, that will be a little bit better because I mean, that's kind of what you had last year, and that second half of last year, the O-line really wasn't all that.
No, they were
bad.
spectacular.
They were actually solid. So that's why
they were top of the league.
Yeah, they were
that's why
top
I'm
10
just
in
like,
the league.
I don't understand why they changed anything why they wanted to put Nate Davis in because clearly he wasn't in that rotation last year when you had Larry Borum in, and Justin had some protection last year. And now you're giving Caleb not even 2 seconds to throw.
Yeah.
On average, I think it was
Right.
1.99 seconds, 98 seconds,
Which is
whatever.
good. He was getting the short passes out, which is
Right.
nice, but
we saw that more in the first quarter,
Yeah.
half. That second half, I mean,
Oh,
obviously, it looked like Houston's D-line made adjustments.
They got pressure all day on him.
That second half
He
was
ran for
a
his life.
bloodbath.
Yeah.
So they had no time, and then they tried to go for deeper passes, but clearly he didn't have time to throw it.
Right.
Well, in my biggest worry, and I've said this from the beginning, my biggest worry about Caleb is how he looks under pressure. He does not look good, and now we're seeing it again. Now, granted, I will give him the same grace period that I gave Justin. You know, having less than 2 seconds to decide on where you're going to throw the ball is not, great.
Right.
So I'd like to see him with a little more time.
he's extended plays. He hasn't done hero ball, but my only thing right now is just I keep hearing just the idea like, oh, does this go all the way back to the draft? Like, oh, should you have made a move at whatever 9? When did Odunze get drafted? 9 or 10. So
Yeah.
trading down and getting another pick and then taking an offensive lineman, or then
Right.
they're already like, oh, why did you, again, the Torrey Taylor at 4 is already coming back to bite us somewhat, but he's second in the league in punting already. So which is
That I do
Great
not
for
have.
field
I still don't hate that
Exactly.
pick.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Still fair. Still
My-
fair. But
my-
yeah, right now it's just getting obliterated at the offensive line.
My
Just-
issue was
Yeah.
was not going after a center in the third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
When you don't, and Kirkpatrick was still sitting there, right?
Yeah.
The kid from West Virginia.
You still, you mean Frazier?
Or Frazier.
Yeah. I mean, you still have a really good. Amadaji is still a very good offensive lineman. He proved that in practice. He's shown that, I think, in the preseason somewhat too. He's young. He's a rookie. He can play guard. I think he has that ability. He's played it in college before himself. So why not try him? I don't know. But obviously you feel a commitment to Nate Davis because you paid him. You feel a commitment to Ted Jenkins because he's been proven to be a better guard than he is a tackle.
He's a
And-
phenomenal guard.
Absolutely. And I think he's probably better on the right side. I believe he did better on the right side than he did on the left. So I think he should probably stick to right. But this is becoming a problem where you're committing to these guys like Coleman and Bates and all these other dudes who you're thinking, oh, they'll just fill in the spots, when it's pretty clear that Braxton still has the false start issues and he's still getting overmatched by guys that are faster than him. Wright's still young and he's still trying to learn his footwork. So there's too much miscommunication going on the offensive line. And the one guy you need to be able to communicate, that's just been a staple for the Bears, has always been center with Olin Kreutz. You don't have that. And you need that to be able to be the anchor for the rest of those 4 guys out there calling out the plays. That's why Jason Kelsey's important. That's why you need that position to be a lockdown.
What also is a question is being brought up is the nasty. Is there anyone nasty on the offensive line?
That's
Like,
true too.
Tevin.
Yeah.
Tevin Jenkins
supposed
is
to be that guy.
nasty.
He's a
No,
mean,
in like
pancaking machine.
that, or like, is anyone going to step up like I don't want to compare him, but almost like a Richie Incognito, like someone on there that's going to start
Be the
talking. Yeah, exactly.
It's Tevin.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's
He needs to show more of that.
Yeah,
So that's
needs-
the problem because
but-
he's just playing the position. You need to get in guys' faces and put them down.
He doesn't get into people's faces unless his quarterback gets chirped.
Right.
So I think that a lot of the reason I didn't even realize Larry Borum is on the injured reserve list.
Okay.
So that would make a lot more sense as to why he's not in the rotation right now,
Yeah.
or starting for the love of God. Because that's the problem is that, because obviously you're missing him, and then that's what they need in that left tackle.
I also think the problem here too is that you still have a head coach who's kind of old school thinking, right? And
Well, defensive minded for sure.
that's the thing. Is like he very much wants to give the tough love kind of approach. I think still as a coach, the defensive, like you said, defensive minded kind of style, right? Because we look at that defense and you go, man, that thing is, they're locked down. But Fleur, who played very minimal, but made him look extremely accurate and extremely flexible as a quarterback. And, we were saying he was unplayable.
He handed
Could
the
not.
ball off quite well.
He did.
Yeah.
But on the passes he
Had a
made,
little
he
puke
did a
on
really
it,
good
but-
job.
I'm telling you right now. Back to the Bears. The other big glaring thing for that offense. How about them tight ends, boys?
Not nowhere to be found.
They
Disappeared.
Oh, that's a position.
yeah.
Didn't know they use that in the NFL
I thought that was
anymore.
extra blocker number one.
like if
Yeah,
I'm
too.
Cole Kmet, if I'm Cole Kmet right now, I'm toddler tantrum all over the place. Throw me the ball. Seriously, throw me the damn
the
ball.
snap share went up, but again, it didn't result in anything on the offensive
They
side
like
for them.
Everett
Yeah.
better than Cole? Is that what they're
I
saying
think-
after they
well-
just paid him?
Well, I think a lot of it is Waldron has worked with
Everett.
Everett before and for years, and so there could be a little biasy there. Which I'm like, dude, you have arguably a top 10 tight end. as
Everett's
Cole
a
Kmet
better
with you.
athlete, I would say for sure. But the
He's
better
40.
Well, you're talking about Lewis.
I am talking about Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Gerald Everett's a way
That's
better
right.
athlete than both of those guys.
Yeah.
But the pure tight end is Cole Kmet, the guy that he can block, he can catch, he should be getting in the red zone consistently, getting the ball because he's 6'6", 250. Like you cannot miss that target. I know Mercedes Lewis is like what 6'7", 6'8". He's big.
You can throw
But,
it up to Mercedes.
he's a-
still,
he's
he's
a
still
red
got a
zone.
little.
Yeah.
But
He's still got
Tyler
a little
just
bit.
said
Of,
he's 40.
He's a red zone target for sure.
He was
If
in
you
the
were
same,
a coach, it's a different story. But you're a player
he
still.
was in the
That's
same
problem.
draft class as the the Texans. head
D'Amico.
coach.
Yes,
The-
D'Amico Ryan.
Mercedes
Yeah.
Lewis is like a stat line. You'll see like 2 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown. That's
Yeah,
what he is.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
kind
and
of
12.
Yeah. Or he got the one carry for 2 yards because he went in as like a fullback or
Oh, yeah.
something.
Now
That's good too.
the one concern that I'm having though with Ryan Poles is that, and it's showing that with the offensive lineman that he's been drafting, he's gotten some good guys, but there's some bad guys, and so the reasoning is because he wants to draft guys that was like him as a player.
That's
Let's
the
be honest,
thinking
he-
that people have.
That's I think that's kind of what it is, because he wants guys that want to play football and have a positive attitude, stuff like that. But you got to get some mean hogs
You gotta
that
get
will
an athlete.
smack you in the
Yeah.
face.
You've got mean hogs, though. You do.
A couple.
Yeah. Listen, my whole thing is I'm still okay with Braxton and Wright. He's only 3 years in.
Mhm.
Wright's only 2.
Yeah, it's a second year.
It's still gonna take. Some guys take longer than others.
Oh, sure. Sure.
No, of course.
I mean, like Trent Williams didn't come in and dominate right away.
Well, in fairness, I think like one of them that made all pro for the first time that year. So it was just like they just went through a slew of mediocrity. So it does take time.
There
I
are
just-
not helping them by putting them on an island
right.
against real dudes.
You can't just let him go one-on-one with Will
Now-
Anderson Jr.
No!
and Hunter like that. That's
Now, would you
killing
say
him.
then, would that be the Joseph, offensive line coach?
No, it should be pointed at your offensive coordinator for not
Yeah.
having guys there to chip.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I
agree.
think you could also still say to the offensive line coach, like, hey, look, we got to figure this out. Like, you got to find me 5 guys that can consistently get out there and block and communicate. Because that's the one thing I see from them right now. They're not talking.
Well, that center,
they just get
that
down and
cen-
they,
Yeah.
well,
that
Coleman's
center's
bad. Coleman's terrible.
horrid,
He's bad.
horrid.
wherever that stat line was about him with the Rams, like his consistency, it's a lost
Thought
mesh.
you were totally racing your hand down.
Yeah, but that's what I thought.
This issue as a Bears fan right now.
Yes, definitely the line for sure. It's the idea that there's like, what is the identity of the offensive line, like of the offense itself? Because it's not.
That's a good point.
They're trying to run, kind of. They can't figure it out. It's somewhat decent what Caleb is doing in the sense that, he's learning, he's getting a little bit better, but he's still doing the rookie things right now, like looking down because he just doesn't trust his offensive line right now. So that messes up the time, that messes up progressions. So it's just slowly accumulating. It can get a little bit better this week against the Colts, just because their defense is not the best. But again,
Buckner's out now.
Yeah,
so
that does help. That helps a little bit as well. But yeah, it's just definitely like there's no identity for the offense itself. Like again, with the idea like, they'll come back, they'll start running. The solutions last week were, okay, let's run the ball and let's get the tight ends involved. And it didn't happen this week. So,
I'll say this much: if you watch,
digressed a lot from week 1 to week 2.
If you watch the Packers game, the Bears should have a scheme already ready to go. And it's run it down their throats until they prove that they can stop the run.
Yeah,
because they could not stop touches. A damn thing.
He went off.
Yeah, they could not stop a thing.
Couldn't stop a nosebleed.
I also wonder too with Caleb Williams, like because he's always in the shotgun now, like it feels like potentially maybe he feels like he has to play more, not hero ball per se, but he has to do a lot more. If he went under center more, I think he would get a better feel because then you're getting a better feel of the pocket, you're getting timing, you have to get all of that down just right. And this is really a growing year for the Bears, if anything, right? I've told people, don't have the high expectations of them going to the playoffs and all that. It's great to have that, sure, but I would not fully have that in mind. They go 7-10, something like that, fine, but it's the growth of the offense and the quarterback himself that you want to see. And I think more under center plays, because Shane Waldron has a few of those. Get him out there, have him drop back the 3-step, the 5-step, sit in the pocket, get the field, throw it to the timing route, throw to Odunze, get Allen back out there. That's what you need to see more of, I feel.
I think they need to minimize a little bit on some play action because you don't have time to do that, to run the play action.
Why do you think they're putting him in shotgun so much?
I know.
Literally.
I know. And that's because the line is bad, unfortunately, but it just...
Well, you can't set a play action until you establish a run.
Exactly.
That also is true.
When you can't run, but you're running play action, everyone's going, well, we know what you're doing.
You're just wasting all of our time over here.
Exactly.
For me at least, I was sitting there watching. I watched the first half only on messy. Sunday, and I was like, it's not a good look. And I'm not blaming Caleb at all.
No,
I'll blame him for the overthrows and things like that. But
that's a little bit of it, but not all of it.
No,
he's not even close.
But I did see 2 stints of hero ball when that interception he tried to throw to Kmet, where it was 3 guys right on him.
Extended the play, but then it ended an interception. That was bad.
I'll say this right now. If I'm the Bears defense, I'm chirping.
At
that offense right now. Listen,
they have every right to be.
We're playing really good ball right now.
They're looking like a top 5.
This is where leaders need to
full of killers.
Step up.
Just awesome.
Yeah. This is where leaders need to step up because this is where you can get big divide in the locker room where defense is going, we do everything, you guys aren't doing anything, what's going on?
Yeah, Kevin Byers looking like he's having a lot of fun.
I will say I will say this much. It was very, very nice to see Keenan Allen and Caleb on the sideline. Keenan talking to him about, hey, look at this, look at that. I love that. I love that Keenan's taken that role and been like, I'll take the young pup under my wing. I may not be a quarterback, but I've seen enough offenses in my day.
That's real quick because I know I also just love CJ Stroud's message to Caleb after the game. Like,
even Justin's come out and said,
Peyton Manning, all of them are just like, hey, dude, you're gonna get it. It's just gonna take you a while. Don't worry.
It's a process.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, when we come back, somebody's team is 0-2 again. Somebody else's team should be 0-2. When we come back here on Blow the Whistle on SportsDownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com. Bring that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
from 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you gonna go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range 3, and it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know,
SportsTownChicago.com.
I see what you're trying to do there, buddy. Trying to be tight like a tiger.
Toy.
Welcome back to Below the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. My name is David Dykstra. I'm here with my boy Tyler Buterbaugh, Nick Johnston, Andrew Valentin. Boys, I'm just going to sit here and say there's no way in hell the Atlanta Falcons should be 1-1 right now.
Captain Kirk, baby.
Screw Captain Kirk.
Coming in clutch on primetime television.
No. Let's not get this
Add
twisted.
that to the shelf.
No,
baby.
No. Let's not get this twisted, Nick Johnston.
Ray McLeod.
Nick Johnston.
Darnell Mooney.
Nick Johnston could have sat back there in the
Kyle
pocket that guy had that last drive and thrown a touchdown.
Oh, you would I would hope so.
Eagles played prevent defense and put absolutely no pressure on Kirk Cousins whatsoever.
Morons. just what are you doing?
I told Tyler. Tyler's like, "Oh, way to go! Your team won." I was like, "They didn't win. The Eagles lost that game."
Battle of the Birds.
Jesus,
Felt like they both had clipped wings in this one. They were flying high.
Atlanta is not good. Not good at all.
I don't think either one of those teams are good, honestly. Neither one of them looked great.
Awful in that first half. And then they just decided not to rush him anymore. And he's like, "Look, I can throw the ball."
I like Young Wei Koo.
That guy,
Young Wei Koo is the greatest kicker in the NFL.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a beast.
Helped me out in fantasy. That a boy. Loved it.
That is Dominic's favorite player.
Please tell me he has a Koo jersey.
I was going to get a Koo jersey, honestly. I was thinking about it.
It's so sad that's the best offensive weapon that Atlanta has right now.
And the Chargers cut him. Jeez.
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
Some really good kickers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
They could have used him this past few years.
Now they just roll with Dicker.
Let's be.
He's good too.
Dicker's the kicker.
Dicker the kicker's good.
Let's be real. You know that was pre Harbaugh days.
That's true. That's true. That was
So
those were the rough years.
We can't blame Harbaugh. And then So yeah, for me, they're going to get donkey stomped this week. They're going to. It's in Kansas, or no, it is in Atlanta. So they might.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, there's not a chance. Are you kidding me?
0.05.
They don't. I like their secondary. Their secondary is solid, but they don't. I know.
Oh, okay.
I know they're in Atlanta, but
they only give Kansas a 3.5 point favorite.
I would jump all over that. He's going to tell Worthy run, and there isn't a person on that secondary that can hang with him.
Bijan, get out there at safety.
I mean, if you sit,
Bijan won't even be able to.
If Terrell goes man on man and you sit Jesse Bates in zone over the top, you can take him out of the game. Problem is, though, Rashee Rice then goes 1-on-1, and so do the rest of the wide receivers.
We saw how that worked out for the Bengals.
I know they added a name in the backfield, but what about Xavier Worthy running the ball for the Chiefs?
Did you hear what Andy Reid said about the other running backs? I have all the confidence in the world in them, but I've never seen any of them on the field.
That's
so
crazy.
We'll have to wait.
That's
and see.
crazy. And the idea that Isaiah Pacheco's workload has to be like divided among
let's be
guys.
Carson Steele,
Samaje
Perine.
Let us be very real when I say this. Kareem Hunt will be on the field.
He's on the practice squad right now.
He will be on the field come Sunday.
He'll probably be brought up at some point. I'm sure.
He will be.
How do you not know who Samaje Perine is, dude? He scored a touchdown against you in the playoffs.
That's pretty crazy.
What are you talking? I don't know what he's talking about.
I'll say this much. I did watch the Kansas City Cincinnati game very, very closely. They looked better.
That was the best game of the week.
They looked really good.
Yeah.
It just so happened that Patrick Mahomes did Patrick Mahomes things.
It's the Chiefs, man. That's the thing. That's why he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
The only quarterback worth $50 million a year.
And then Harrison Butker did Harrison Butker things.
Yeah, right.
Kicking it towards the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they score a touchdown, and Travis Kelce hasn't done squat all game, yet they show Taylor.
That's true.
Well, yeah, you got to get that money, baby.
She's done more than he has.
I was gonna say
she has more highlights. She has a handshake with like all the players now too. They all have like their own little throw up.
I'm telling you right now. You know what happened to Travis? He shaved his beard. Now he has that stupid mustache.
Yeah, that was the haircut too. The haircut.
Yeah, the haircut is just wrong.
Yeah, that's all messed up.
He looks weird.
I also think. I mean, he's old too at this point. Like his body's, I'm sure, breaking down. He's not moving the same anymore.
Can we talk about real quick about the other Kelce brother? Yeah, he's old. Did you guys see him up on the stage, like flailing around like one of those wacky inflatable things?
That's what happens.
No man like that can move.
Yeah, when you don't have to go to practice every single day, your body can do some great things.
By the way, I absolutely 100% love that he did his thing before the Philadelphia game where he knocks on the locker room. Man, what's going on? You don't have access, sir. I forgot my suit.
The whole Jamal Adams thing too. Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
For me, Atlanta to me didn't prove squat. They're still not good.
Yeah.
Especially in a division that looks like it might have some life to it. Tampa Bay and New Orleans.
That's a
good.
Clint Kubiak needs to be a head coach, I think, somewhere by next year. So if you need an offensive head coach, Clint Kubiak is the guy.
Yeah, he's averaging like 45 points a game.
I'm not going to want to be the Debbie Downer, but the Bears did interview him for the offensive.
They did.
They didn't want to be that guy.
This is what happens when you move away from a guy that's been with him for 16 years, and it's like Drew Brees. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
Hey, who thought Carr gets an actual offensive coordinator who hasn't been with the Saints for 16 years, and he can actually play football?
Well, hell, Kamara's back.
Alvin Kamara.
Kamara had a day.
Well, God. The coach is like, all right, just
should have
give
the 5 touchdowns.
you know, Dallas is just sitting. Mike is sitting there going, "What the hell just happened?
Yeah,
what just happened?" I tried to tell everybody. No one wanted to listen. Dan Quinn not being on that team is a thing.
Mike Zimmer, you're doing a bang up job, buddy. doing. He just
good job,
staying
sport.
with that. Staying with that.
Way to Minnesota all over the
Micah.
Well, now Jerry Jones can justify not paying Micah Parsons. Like, you guys lost to the Saints.
Oh, that's what this
What are you
was
doing?
about. I get it now. That's the whole.
Yeah,
That's
he's not getting
that's the
his
conspiracy
contract.
theory.
It's
I'm
always
not
paying
something.
him.
Yeah. Bring in Mike Zimmer. Defense goes bad.
That's-
Don't have to pay Micah.
That's
I'm
all
the-
right.
I'm the
let,
GM.
let Micah go. Micah will either end up on Philly or Washington, and you'll regret it for the rest of your life.
That'd be amazing.
If you let him,
They also go to Philly. Oh,
if you do let it, if Dallas did let him walk, they would. There's no way the fans don't revolt. He's most beloved in Dallas. They love him more than CeeDee Lamb. They definitely love him more than Dak
Oh yeah, 100%.
by like a mile and a half.
To win in playoffs.
Some
It was
people
a smart
shouldn't-
signing.
Some people
okay?
shouldn't have billions of dollars. I swear.
Don't doubt
It's
Jerry
just not
Jones.
fair.
He's
It's
the best
really
general
not
manager
fair.
around.
It's-
I just
Oh,
since he gave
sure.
since
Yeah.
he. What did you like? What didn't you like?
I like the offense being better right off the bat. I understand that there's still holes within it because no T. Higgins, right? And there's certainly something going on.
No
'cause-
Higgins, no Boyd.
Exactly. And no Boyd either, but Jamar Chase having his blow up.
Who fills the void from Tyler Boyd?
Yeah.
I'll say this much.
Gesicki at least kind of
We've been on
showed
that
him,
for a
which
week.
is nice.
Screw that. Your whole tight end core showed something.
Well, yeah, the entire tight end.
Mike
lifted him up.
Gesicki is the team.
Essentially, right now he is. So.
I love the fact he hit 4 different tight ends, Andrew, in that game.
I think they only have 3, but sure, let's go with 4.
He's gonna have to teach Jamar Chase how to do the Gwitty. He's gonna do that.
Yeah, right.
Do
Yeah,
the
well, we've
Gwitty.
seen how that goes, but
Baby Gronk.
the one part about this is that I think they're still a good team. I just don't know if collectively they're cohesively there as a unit. You know what I mean? Like they're not. I don't know if they're trusting one another, and that's a problem.
Jamar doesn't trust the organization.
No, and well,
No.
why would you? Again, this is Mike Brown being a cheap owner who's like, I don't want to pay these guys yet, and now you've made him so mad to the point where he's like, we're not negotiating anymore, which is a bad sign because that means he could easily say, I don't want your money, I'll go somewhere else if you don't want me.
Yeah,
and then you're out 2 wide receivers.
He'll go to Minnesota.
He might,
You just do a little Gwitty line.
as long as Sam Darnold's playing.
Oh,
How
I
hot
just-
is Zach Taylor's seat, you think?
I would say if you're gonna do it on a scale of like 1 to 5 or something like that, I'd probably put it like a 2.5, maybe
do
a 3.
1 to 10.
So it's
One
What
to
kind
10?
of scale goes 1 to 5?
I don't know. I'm keeping
it's
it simple
lukewarm.
for people. Yeah, let's say it's lukewarm. It's getting hot though.
it's just kind of like when you.
Because
Right when you
he's look,
Why is it hot? They've done this how many years now, and then they end up in the playoffs.
That is true.
yeah,
But
but
that's the biggest thing. Everyone brings up that graph. They're like, oh, 0-2 teams have a 5% chance of getting in the playoffs. And
Right.
Right now, it's the 2 teams that we thought were going to be leading the division in the Ravens
Yeah.
and the Bengals.
And I think the Ravens might lose this weekend.
well,
it's up there.
They're
It's
playing.
possible.
They're playing.
Their
sloppy.
offensive line is worse than the Chicago Bears.
Oh man, I don't know.
I can't say that.
They still have an All-Pro at left tackle. I can't.
Do you give me?
He's better than
The Bears'
Braxton
offense
and
is
Darnold.
producing
Right.
less.
That's
than-
the only thing they have, though. The whole other offensive line, crap.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Bears' offense as a whole is producing less than the Panthers, so it's not.
And yet
good.
they 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, you fall up the stairs sometimes.
Well, I mean, we brought.
That's true.
I truly do believe since he's going to end up winning this division.
I think they still have a great shot because look,
Yeah.
it's early in the season. It's just a matter of there's a lot of off the field stuff that's getting into the field. I think that's starting to hurt them, and
But,
they need to be able to expel that stuff and move on.
I'll say this much: I think the Steelers make the playoffs now too.
I don't know, kind of tough.
All you got to do is score 20 points.
And they
As
can.
long as they don't get hurt.
Yeah,
That's the
Chris
biggest
Chris
thing.
Boswell can do that.
If TJ Watt doesn't get hurt,
That's the biggest thing. He is the lifeblood and soul of that team.
Yeah.
If he's
gone,
goes
then
down,
that defense is.
but I know Mr. Stats over here loves statistics.
I love it.
Did you know that your boy Justin Fields, in throws that he has to make in 2.5 or less seconds, he is 24 for 24 this year with a 94 QBR.
Solid.
He's playing really well.
Yeah.
No, he's
They
playing
may
well,
not
solid.
they may not be scoring tons of touchdowns or touchdowns at all,
There was a lot of calls that was getting taken back too, but I mean, rightfully so.
But
So it's
he
like
and
nothing that he
Pickens,
could have controlled.
he and Pickens are starting to
made a nice
develop.
connection.
They're starting to develop a nice little connection. He throws a
I mean,
beautiful.
I've agreed with the statement that if he was going to go somewhere and have somebody in this corner, like Mike Tomlin was going to probably be able to figure him out. and
Well,
get him in the
what
right
did
spot.
you? Didn't you
So
say?
this is exactly what it's kind of panning out to be? He's doing just enough to get by. He's not messing up. He's not throwing interceptions.
Yeah,
he looks
and-
calm. He looks collected.
Mhm.
So that's really nice for him.
It's not hard to be calm in
Yeah.
an Arthur Smith
Granted,
offense.
Yeah. But my only thing is, again, if TJ Watt goes down, they're like, what, 1-9 without him? So-
100%. All this is predicated on the fact that
Yeah.
TJ stays healthy.
Yeah.
Or doesn't have a severe
Yeah.
injury. He
'Cause
can miss
other
a
than-
game or two.
'cause
I
again,
wouldn't be worried.
Other
but-
than the connection that him and Pickens are being able to make, there's nothing outstanding on that offensive.
Well, he has
Freiermuth.
He's made very limited throws over 20 yards, and he can't really throw the deep out. So that's his biggest.
And
He's throwing a lot of
But-
outs, but they're
but
short
Freiermuth
stuff
is
more than
good.
anything.
It's just he
but
was-
once again, that's Arthur Smith's
right. No, I
offense.
and I understand it's
He's
the
not
one
a
read.
deep ball guy.
Right.
He never
And
has.
they
been.
could be opening it up more and more, but I mean, right now, if it's winning you games, I mean,
Right. If it
it's
isn't
not
a
going to
broke, don't
last
fix it.
forever.
Yeah.
You
but-
also have a trash offensive line there as well. They're
Right.
young. They're inexperienced.
But
Right.
you got a guy like Justin that can run
Yeah.
away.
And for those people that want to sit out there and go, well, they're going to go 3-0. They're going to beat the
Yeah.
Broncos. The Broncos. Bo
Already
Nix
beat-
is not that dude.
They already beat the Broncos.
Or is that what?
No,
yeah,
they're taking on the Chargers this week.
Yeah, Chargers.
Oh, is it
Which
the
is going to
Chargers?
be
Yeah, they
the
already
interesting matchup because right now the Chargers have the best tackles in the NFL.
Yeah.
Joe Holt's real deal. Rashawn Slater's a real deal. Those
Quentin
dudes-
Johnson can catch a ball now.
Okay, yeah, he's
What
catching
the
footballs.
hell?
The only
That would be
question
nice.
is Justin Herbert going to play?
Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting what happens when you have an offense.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
As long as J.K. Dobbins stays healthy, he should be putting up career numbers
is-
this year.
That is the biggest question mark out there right now. Is
Yeah.
can he stay healthy? Because
Yeah.
I don't trust that knee to save my life. I'm sorry.
Either knee.
Yeah, I don't. I love Dobbins and what he can do. I just don't trust him to save my life with that stuff.
I could see them going 3-0. I really could. With that defense, it's very possible.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that coming up here in the next hour. For me, was there any other game that kind of stood out for anybody?
Oh, Raiders and Ravens.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
I posed the question on Bet for the Cycle 12 to 4 every Saturday on the BetQL network.
Nice plug.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Mm-hmm.
To Cody, who is a Raiders fan, and to Rob, who is a Saints fan.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to pull off a week 2 upset? The Raiders or the Saints? And both those punks, their team.
Really?
Both of them. And I texted him and I said, you had a shot to pick your team
Yeah.
and go with your boys, but did you? No, you wussies.
I mean, the Raiders are just resilient.
Mm.
Like that's just
No, no.
team
No, no.
resiliency.
There's 2 words for that. Minshew magic. That is all that needs to be said.
I mean, they finally found the connection with Devontae Adams. That was nice.
Yeah, I know.
He's not good at
I wasn't gonna say Minshew magic. I was gonna say Crosby courage.
no,
dude.
Crosby crazy.
Crosby crazy. Yes, absolutely. Well, because I saw the video. Because the moment Gardner Minshew throws the interception, the first guy that's running across the sideline to go get him and grabs his hand and shakes and says, "Don't worry, buddy, we got you," is Max Crosby. And I just went, "They're not gonna lose. They're not gonna lose. That dude is not gonna let them lose." And on his play, on his leadership, they beat the Ravens and they beat them to a pulp.
Yeah,
legitimately.
I quickly want to talk about the Cardinals. It's crazy what
Yes.
happens when you throw Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes.
the freaking ball.
That guy.
And I was going to follow up with
Doesn't-
Lord.
both rookie wide receivers had a humongous week. So Marvin Harrison Jr. had a humongous quarter, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be fair.
No.
But Malik
To be fair,
Neighbors went crazy. And
Well,
he
against
had-
that secondary, it's not hard to do
Yeah,
either.
I don't know
Right.
if it's not going to be every single week, but if he's going to be 10 catches of Daniel Jones, 18 completions, he's going to look nice.
12 completions.
Oh yeah, he's going to look really, really nice.
That's the thing. If you could make Daniel Jones look like a mediocre quarterback,
Yeah,
They're not good.
and the
No,
whole
they're horrible.
yeah,
Why,
no,
why are
three
they not
touchdowns
calling
and
Ryan
loss.
Tannehill? Like, seriously, why is his asking price must be stupid.
It's that probably a lot of people think. I think they probably look at him and think he's shot.
Trade Bryce Young over there.
Why is Miami not calling him Ryan Tannehill?
I don't.
Miami?
I think that bridge is burned.
Yo, you think Ryan won't go there?
Remember,
The Dolphins signed Huntley.
Yeah, they signed.
Which I love. I love the flip of the bird to the Browns. Oh, you want him, Justin?
No, that
He's mine.
Tannehill, that bridge got burned because Stephen Ross called him a below average quarterback at one point when he was still the Miami Dolphins QB, and then they traded him the next year. So I mean, it's that I don't know if he's going to get signed by anybody because either asking price or it's the age.
Kaepernick's still out there.
No,
stop.
He'll stay out there.
Or get the MVP from the UFL, Adrian Martinez, next to Husker. Go
That's true. That's very true. AJ McCarron's still available.
Stop. Just no.
Shout out to the UFL, by the way. They got 76 players that are in the NFL right now. So they're
That's
doing more.
only going to AJ McCarron only happens if Joe Burrow goes down.
God, please no. Don't make me
He
do
is
this.
a forever Cincinnati Bengal.
Unbelievable. Hey, he's better than Andy Dalton. Is he really? He can't throw the out.
How do you think I guess we'll talk about this later, but yeah.
Why do Alabama quarterbacks work? I don't know.
Red Rifle is not a good thing right now.
I think he's better than Bryce, honestly, right now, because at least he's a veteran who, in what was it last year in relief, he played pretty well.
Once again though.
But that was with DJ Moore too. So
you're not gonna have a good day with Crazy Max Crosby coming at your face 24/7, 365.
I'm not banking on anything.
There's no shot.
Poor Panthers.
I think we're gonna move forward from here. I don't know exactly what we're gonna talk about next. I think we might do a little off the rails.
You want to do this now?
Yeah, I think we might do a little off the rails next.
Okay, let's break it up.
So when we come back, we're gonna go off the rails because we weren't here on Monday because everybody wasn't feeling great.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fans, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsTownChicago.com. We are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across Northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsTownChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsTownChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
Blow the whistle.
Going off the rails.
The train!
I just love when Tyler goes.
That's how you know we're ready to go off the rails.
I just see Tyler riding in a mall on one of those mall trains.
Which is funny because you pulled it for Family Guy. They do have another thing like that where he gets caught on the little mall train.
Oh yeah,
He's over there for like 24 hours on the train. Love it.
Well, once again, welcome back to Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. It's me, David Double D Dykstra, Tyler Butterball Buterball, Nick No Gimmicks Johnston, and Andrew Pepe Valentin. I'm going to start off the rails with something that is glorious. And I don't know if I've talked about it nonstop for the last 2 days. Tyler's probably tired of me talking about it. Y'all got to go. Did you go to Portillo's yesterday?
I did not.
See, you told me you were going to, and you let me down.
I know.
Nick heard about it. Have you
I
been
love lying?
Okay, so Andrew's the only one that doesn't know about this. So we got me and the lovely Monica got Portillo's the other day.
Okay.
Of course, I got.
Has she had Portillo's before?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
I was just making sure.
She's lifelong Glenview resident.
Okay.
So
You live in Chicago. You've never had Portillo's before. You should be arrested. Sorry.
I didn't know what Portillo's was until I moved closer to Chicago.
Jail.
That's fair.
Well, now
We
there's
don't have it out there in the boondocks.
They finally opened one up in Bloomington Normal.
Boondocks.
Like
You know what I'm talking about. You're
years
in
ago.
LaSalle County, homie.
Yeah. Well,
You say Portillo's in LaSalle County, people will look at you like you're twacked.
y'all got like cornbread and greens and stuff down there.
No, not that. Not. We're talking pot of beans
Pot of beans
with hot dogs in them.
yeah.
Yum yum yum.
If I have chili one more time,
What
I
was
swear.
that, Erica? So that being said, we ordered Portillo's and she got a dessert that I had never heard of from Portillo's,
Mhm.
and I was intrigued.
Yeah.
The eclair cake.
Oh yeah.
You've had?
I haven't had. I have a buddy of mine that's had it before.
Greatest dessert I've ever. Greatest dessert I've
You
ever
had it?
had in my entire
A
life.
lot of people really like it.
I thought Portillo's just had the one cake. I didn't know they had two.
No, yeah,
That's
they
crazy.
this
Blew
was
my mind.
Like a few years ago, they brought it.
I know for like around Valentine's Day they had like strawberry chocolate cake. Or
Yeah.
or like the strawberry cake.
They'll change it up once. in a
Strawberry
while.
chocolate cake shake. That thing was damn good.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, this eclair cake.
Well, I know I need to try that.
Blew our minds.
Oh
You
man.
can do a eclair shake.
Yeah, you can if you
Yeah,
request
just
it.
throw
You
that
can.
damn thing in the blender.
Yeah.
That's evil and twisted. And
It is diabolical.
I'm telling you right now, it to me, it'll go down as probably the most surprising dessert I've ever had in my entire life.
I've never tried
Because
it,
it
but I've always
was
been intrigued.
amazing.
I need her.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to get my car towed, then I would go get there right now.
You trying to
But-
save money?
What?
Did she
Downstairs?
Just, no.
No, this was towed a while ago.
Tyler, your car's gone. Oh my god!
Do you want to talk?
Like
Let's not talk about
No, no.
surprises on your car, man.
No, this was funny. So last day on my vacation over the summer, I was in Rhode Island. I'm getting a call from David, and I'm like, "What the hell is David calling me for? He knows not to call me while I'm on vacation."
And I
He knows.
honestly try not to.
So he goes, "Bro, I know I was supposed to call you, but please tell me that that little zigzag mark in the dent on the side of your car was there before." I'm like, yeah, that was there before. He's like, oh, thank God. He's like, Nick and I went by and we're like, all right, because then I can hit the blue line.
Yeah,
Right to O'Hare.
absolutely.
the hall pass.
Easy.
Hall pass, baby. No cost.
Every man's
Yeah.
dream is the hall pass.
Mm.
Ain't that right, Erica? By the way, we have one of our students in here. She wanted to see what it was like to do a radio show, so we let her come in and just be around.
Yeah.
We would tell her that
Bask in the ambiance.
we would tell her that we're showing professionalism, but we're not professional at the
Well,
slightest.
kind of professional, but
In a way,
in a way.
Semi-pro.
semi-pro.
Do you have anything that? By the way,
Yeah.
I did love. I loved your description of the Crow. We didn't get a lot of time to. Guess who's calling him? The tow truck. We didn't have a lot of time, just you and me, to talk about, but I did love your description of it. If it had been called anything other than the Crow, I think it'd be a hit.
Exactly.
But
yeah, it's I would go see it again. I think as long as it wasn't called the Crow. So.
But for me at least, like,
so you went and saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was her time to pick a movie, and she actually picked that so I could go see it.
Okay.
When it
Were
came
you like
out.
gritting your teeth and like, okay, here we go?
Well, I went in with no expectations.
Okay.
Because the only other one that I even remotely enjoyed was the one with Ed Furlong in it.
Right.
Because two can kick rocks.
The rest of those can definitely go kick rocks. That was just all for the cha-ching. So
it was very, like I told you, it was very European, kind of Eastern European feel to it.
Yeah.
Like you were in Prague.
that's a way to put it for sure. Yeah, it was very much like, oh, we're gonna do this in a city in Estonia or Berlin or something.
That's all
like
it
that.
was. But it was the more supernatural aspect of it I found unique and kind of intriguing.
Yeah, they definitely marveled. I would call it like marveling it up to make it more superhero like. But again, if it would have been called like Darkman Seeks Revenge or something like that. Well, not Darkman because that's a different movie too. But
great movie.
Something
Great movie.
It's a solid movie for sure. But anything else, it would have been good.
I know you and I haven't talked about this, but did you see what else they're rebooting that I'm actually kind of excited about?
Which was
Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah, that's right. With Peter Dinklage, he's going to play the Toxic Avenger. Yes, which I'm interested to see how that plays out. But
what?
I don't even ask me about some of these movies that they're trying to make now. Like the best.
Is he a fan of that genre?
I guess. I mean, it's a paycheck.
Isn't the Toxic Avenger supposed to be like 6'7"?
I thought he was more like Alan Rickman.
They'll doctor it
How
up.
do you make Peter Dinklage look
They did it in Thor.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sure,
They did
sure.
do that.
Yeah.
He was kind of big in that movie.
Kinda. He was a giant.
Question to you.
Every dwarf's dream.
Legit question off of that.
Huh?
Do people in your community get offended when they play roles like that?
Like Peter Dinklage being a giant?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's more
it's
when
a
they
legit.
make,
It was a
more
legit question.
when they have all you average height folk play short people,
like in Wonka.
Yeah, taking my job.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman and Tiptoes.
They took our jobs.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I just
forgot about that one.
I really don't care.
What was the one? Oh, so I would like you to get on a platform for a second.
Excuse me.
Talk to people about why they.
Oh, that kind of platform.
Yeah,
I want you to stay on a table.
No.
Good.
I want you to tell people why they shouldn't go watch micro wrestling. Seriously, because
Okay.
I think it's a very valid thing for people who aren't wrestling fans like you and I are, Nick.
It's like, well, the thing is, I have a lot of people that there's a handful that are for it and participate in it, but like 75 to 80% are like, no, this is stupid.
Yeah,
because the whole, and I get it, because like it's wrestling, it's all
show.
staged,
controlled violence,
right?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But the thing is, when you go to an AEW or WWE event, you're there to see the action. When you go to a micro wrestling, it's just, to people, it's hilarious. It's more of a joke than, like, you don't actually go there to see the actual wrestling.
Right.
You see the fans there, they go for pure ha ha ha. You know what I mean? It's more of a laughing stage than like, oh, I'm actually a fan of this. I just want to go see some people,
Little
short
people wrestle.
More
So-
seen as like a gimmick rather than like a sport.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is unfair.
Which
I
brings
agree with
up
that.
like, and I said to him, it brings up more of like the late 80s, early 90s when they actually said the M word and wrestling together.
Right.
And I was like, that I understood. But like, if I were to go, hey, Nick, you want to go micro wrestling's here. I'd just like to go and check it out to see what it's all about, see what kind of performances they can do. To me, that's me being a wrestling fan wanting to go and just see something that's a little different than what we normally watch. But I get where you're coming from, where just like you have certain sections of your community that are okay with it.
Yeah.
For us, it's about the wrestling, but for a majority of the other people that come.
Yeah, for what it's worth, the people in the wrestling community don't see it like it's a sideshow. They see
Right.
it,
No,
they
I
still
get-
see it as a show, a performance.
And
They
what I
want
was-
the people in there to get paid. They want them to have opportunities. They want them to go in there exactly that, to get a paycheck.
Right. But I agree with that. And what I was explaining to him is that I guess it'd be different if it was at an actual venue.
See, because
you're going to some dive bar and it's just a bunch of.
I asked him
drunk
about
rednecks.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
No, that was on a professional level in the WWE where people were actually going there to.
You have actual wrestling fans in that
Yeah.
situation. That to me, I'm like, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
when it's at like some freaking
rando bar.
If it shines any nice light on it, I think they were trying to give like True TV, I believe, was trying to follow the micro wrestling organization, the major one that they
It's
have.
TLC.
Okay, yeah. So they're trying to give them some sort of legs and some sort of like exactly that. Try to go away from any sort of being seen in that light. But I can see from both ways, obviously.
Yeah. That I could see from your guys.
I just wanted you to get it out there to tell
Of course.
people, hey, if you're going there to
there for the
watch
wrestling.
wrestling
Go
and see stories and athleticism from little people, great. Like I said, I didn't know that little people could play badminton as well as they do. And I'm watching the Paralympics and dude,
I know they were good. I didn't know they were that damn good.
Yeah.
Never seen people go hardcore in badminton.
But
yes, we only played it in high school and middle school, man.
I know.
That's the problem.
Like, as I saw that, I was like, holy cow.
All you ever did was just go, ugh.
what about you, Nick? Anything hit you this week that you were like, ooh, kind of pop culture-y?
Not. I guess today was. I mean, Woj bomb. I don't know if we were going to get to that. Woj bombed
retired.
himself.
Yeah, Woj bombed himself and retired.
So I don't know who's going to be the next Woj bomb in terms of at least in the NBA.
I would have said JJ. I would have said JJ Redick, but not now.
Sham Sharania.
Yeah. I think that was. The
I
name
think
that went around.
Sham has been promoted a lot more because I think this is probably something in the talk for a while.
Yeah,
because he's been getting more and more like of a boost with Twitter on the NBA stuff. Like he was even bombing before Woj was. So I think this was something that was in the works. Like Woj retires, he steps in, but he's not retiring. Really, he's taking over at St. Bonaventure.
No, but wait.
GM now.
When did colleges get GMs?
Because the whole like NIL stuff now,
it's
and
kind
now
of-
what's up with Texas? Do the 10% like
No, Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah,
They're just adding 10% to each ticket to pay for their players.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
It starts with 10%.
Well,
I don't have a problem with it.
Those greedy players are going to want more.
the Arkansas athletic director was the one that said, "Well, if everybody just gave $100 a month, just $100 a month, we could get $12 million and compete in the NIL stuff." And everyone was like, "Are you high? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, we're not. We live in Arkansas.
This is Arkansas, man.
Students are just
This is
going to
New
throw down
York.
their loans
What's
that
wrong
they're
with
never
you?
going to pay. So
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
To me, this is where if you are in a P4 conference, this is where it's going. Tennessee's
norm.
just the first to do it like this. I'm sure Penn State will probably up the tickets by 10% and 107,000 people coming to their football games.
I mean, that's a lot of money right there.
Yeah,
I know
you think
LSU's
about
upped the price on their tickets. It wasn't by 10% or anything, but they upped the prices on it.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. I understand it. I
It
get
makes sense. I mean, I guess it would also depend on how the team is doing in general. Because like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to.
Although,
I mean, let's just say I'm not going to go to a Toledo game
Yeah.
if you're going to up the prices because like I don't
Right.
care to watch Toledo that much.
Listen,
And
if
I
it
know on the
goes
other
up
hand-
from $5 to
Don't-
20, I'm not real worried about it.
Don't hate on the action. Don't hate on the action.
But
Let's relax.
in fairness, though, those
NIU.
yeah,
On the other
right.
hand, there we go.
Those ticket prices only go for the regulars that are going. Like students still get student
Yeah.
prices,
Right.
so that this doesn't affect the students. They don't have
These
to worry
are for
about that.
season ticket holders.
Yes, these are for
Oh,
those
okay.
individuals that are going
They can pay
day
more.
in and day out. kind of
Yeah.
thing.
The
Okay, never
alumni.
mind.
Yeah, they're gonna want. They want to.
It's part of their dues now.
Right, exactly.
Right. They feel like they're part of the team.
Hey Peyton, where's your NIL deals for Tennessee there, buddy?
Yeah.
Hit through Papa John's.
Is he still part of Papa John's?
I really don't know what's going on with Papa John's. I don't even see them anymore. Like at
You
the
know-
store,
you
I
know-
see more Domino's.
You know what
than
I'm
anybody.
saying?
Me some down.
Yeah,
I bet you he's got some good Bush's Beans money going on.
probably.
Dude, that commercial of him with
R.I.P.
the,
that
the
dog.
painting is just so funny.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Peyton.
Yeah,
Yeah, Peyton. No, Peyton.
That is good. I love that.
It's so good.
His reaction Monday night
jeez.
to Barkley dropping the ball, he's just like,
There was real fan pain. Like he's on my fantasy team.
He was good even week 1. He was chewing out Brandon Ayuk. He's like, that's why you got to get in there. You got to be at preseason. You
Yeah,
got to
right,
be
yeah.
at training camp. He's not wrong.
Did y'all
No,
hear what Tom Brady said? I think it was the most eloquent. I wish he would talk like this when he's
I
gotten
didn't
better.
hear.
He was talking about all these rookie quarterbacks that are struggling, and he goes, "You know why? Because they're not sitting. Think about the
sitting and learning.
think about the greats that are playing right now.
Yeah.
Brady started out at 7th string at Michigan,
Yeah.
and then he sat when he got drafted.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, arguably the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now, sat for a year and a half.
Yeah. In about a year. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
But
Even
still,
No, I know. I mean,
none of these quarterbacks that are coming in are sitting and learning how to play NFL football.
I think it just kind of depends though
Football.
too, like who you go to and how ready are you for the moment. Because sometimes you get a Tom Brady, but sometimes you end up getting a
CJ
you know,
Stroud.
a CJ Stroud, or sometimes you get Peyton Manning, who
I
gets
still
thrusted
say
in there.
CJ Stroud's a product of that
Oh, yeah.
OC, man. That
No,
OC is something
Peyton-
different.
Peyton Manning was terrible for his first 3 years, and you could easily said the Colts move off of him, but then he got good,
Yeah.
right? Because the team got better.
He
little
got
by
Marvin
little.
Harrison.
Well, that too, but he got better and better as time went on, and eventually, they got Marvin Harrison, and then they start lining it up.
I feel like it all just kind of depends on the type of quarterback and everything like that.
Can
Like,
you handle the pressure? Can you work with the coach?
Am I sitting here and saying it's a mistake to start a rookie quarterback? Absolutely not.
No.
It would be
I mean, the Packers found that formula because they got Favre and then
Aaron Rodgers.
and now
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love supposedly looking like he could be
back on the
Should
practice
be.
field today.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
So you're going to get your leg up, ripped off in the next game and have it beaten over your head because every defensive player is going to go right after that knee.
just sit out, dude.
Just
Knee
paint
hunted.
a bullseye on that knee.
God.
I didn't mean to roll into him, ref. I apologize.
oopsies.
Yes, and Sue forgives for stomping on people's heads, right? of
I still
course.
think Sean Clifford would have done better than Malik Willis in that game.
Maybe.
Or what about Trace McSorley.
I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun. Trace McSorley.
He should be. I swear to God.
Throw it.
I think I personally believe that he'd be thriving if he was in the CFL right now.
He'd be perfect for the Canadian Football League.
Yeah,
Honestly.
he's a Doug Flutie-esque type player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not as great as the greatest of all time to play Canadian football, but
Well, is it Doug Flutie or is it
it's Doug Flutie.
But what about Warren Moon?
Stop it.
Warren Moon has some great cups underneath his belt too. You can put him in there.
Doug Flutie was way better than Warren Moon because Warren Moon decided to grow up and go to the NFL and drop dimes for the Houston Oilers. Still to this day, one of
27 when he went to the league. I mean,
still
come on,
to this
folks.
day one of the greatest uniforms ever.
Which one?
Houston Oilers.
Oh, the powder
Oh, yeah,
blues.
those
Powder blues.
Those are pretty.
Those are nice. It just, I'm the Tennessee Titans. When they do it right now, they don't look good.
I think the Houston Texans should do it instead of the.
They should, but the
and I
problem is they don't
understand-
have those rights. That's the
I know.
problem.
They should
They
buy
had,
them.
they had to do like when they did those new jerseys. Like
I mean,
the
they're
city-
paying for all
they
these
had to do
lawsuits.
like
They
a-
might as well pay for the.
Hey, seriously.
They had to do like one tint.
Wow. Wow.
We gotta go. When we come back here on Blow the Whistle, we start to preview week 4 of college football and week 3 in the NFL here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Sports. Longtime fan. Sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A major league first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsTownChicago.com. We are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across Northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsTownChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsTownChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
No. What? No, we'll start with college football so you can you can get your jollies, because God forbid we don't talk about the game that's starting off college football week 4. No. You
tease college football first in your sentence.
That was a good one. I'm pulling that one for sure.
No.
You mean my Brady Bunch voice crack?
Yeah.
It's time for change. Just
blow the whistle.
Hi, welcome to SportsTownChicago.com. Oh, we better not do that. Disney
he's
come
not
after us.
licensed, remember? Oh, it's Steamboat Willie, right? Is
Steamboat Willie is
one?
Steamboat Willie's the only thing.
That's right, because they're two different entities now. Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie.
Shucks.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I get a call from Disney telling me you have to take
Bring it on!
Yeah.
I'll challenge the mouse.
Dude. They desecrate dwarfs all the time.
They ruined Star Wars for sure. So
wow.
They did some damage on that one.
Yeah.
They've done some good things with too.
Did you learn anything?
Because George Lucas is running out of money.
How?
He
How are you running out of money?
Impossible.
It's $1
You
billion.
can say the same thing about Adrian Peterson. How does that man not have any money?
You can do convention centers until there's risky carpal tunnel.
First off, Adrian Peterson hired the wrong agent because that dude stole like $50 million from him.
That's true.
That was like years ago when we found that story, and we're like, "How are you broke, dude?"
Well, he also whacked this kid with a stick.
That doesn't help. It doesn't help at all.
That's not good either, dude. So
Not a good look.
no.
Playing whack-a-mole.
Did you catch the first episode of the Aaron Hernandez thing? Just because we're talking about it.
No,
I'm about to.
Okay.
I'm about to.
I don't want to watch the.
Okay, I know we were talking about it, but I know
Yeah, I know.
some of us were going to watch it just to see how bad it was going to be. I was going to stay away just because I don't want it.
Listen, my countdown has begun for one thing and one thing only: the rise and fall of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, there we go.
That is it.
Next week, right?
Yeah.
It drops next week.
I can't wait for that either.
It's gonna be great.
Cannot wait. And I will binge every single episode if it all drops at one time.
No, I've been watching a lot of the AMC stuff that dropped on Netflix, like Dark Winds, Kevin Can F Himself, all that kind of stuff. And now I'm just watching Heels now too.
Okay.
Or rewatching it because I watched the
first two seasons are phenomenal. Don't know why
2 seasons.
Don't know why Stars didn't re-up it.
Yeah. They're I thought they're rebooting it on Netflix.
They are.
That's what. Yeah, they want to get season 3 going.
There you go.
So,
AJ's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's
Let's talk college football week 4 because somebody wants to talk about his Huskers.
He's got every right to.
He does.
I mean,
for the first time in 10 years, he can actually talk about the Corn Huskers
I know, this
and
is
be
huge.
proud.
Yeah.
Every time I always wanted to dodge to talk about Nebraska.
I'm just
since we've done the show.
Listen, dude. There are a lot of people out there doubting them. Don't know why. I wouldn't.
No. I mean,
Who's the quarterback for the Illinois?
Luke Altmaier.
You
hear those crickets?
Do you know what first popped into my head was the kid from Arizona State.
Oh,
when they said that, I was like, "How's he back in college?" That was like 10 years ago.
I mean, listen, he hasn't thrown a pick yet. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. So,
and who have they played, Andrew?
They have played
Kansas.
Kansas. That's
but
it.
Kansas isn't what everybody
Don't
thought.
forget Eastern
Kansas.
Illinois,
Eastern
Central
Illinois,
Michigan.
Central Michigan. Yeah, how could we forget those giants?
Dude, if Nebraska doesn't donkey punch him in the back of their head.
I mean, the way how their team's been playing, man. Like the thing, I miss those jerseys. They used to have fun with the jerseys.
You might see that on Friday night. With it being the
I don't
only
know
thing
if they
that's
have
going to be
them, like,
watching.
I don't know if they even have them set as like
As
in
a
their-
part of their uniforms.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So let me ask
At
you.
least from NCAA 25, I can only pick the
what's the
homes and
spread on
aways.
that game? 7.5?
7.5. Over unders at 42.5.
I'm taking the spread all day with Nebraska. All day.
All
All day.
Yeah, I would.
At home, at night.
Can't take it here anyways. It's Illinois.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
We have our ways.
Drive up to Wisconsin really quick.
We have our ways.
No, you can't even
We
be in
have friends.
Wisconsin.
No?
No,
Indiana, I know you can't.
Indiana. I'll drive to Indiana.
Yeah, we're
you gotta
responsibly,
go
folks.
east.
Just get a hold of Drew.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
responsible.
have them place it for me.
What
Get a hold of Gwilla. Hey, can you put a nickel on
Hey, Drew, how you doing? By the way, can you make a bet for us real fast?
Hey, remember we met once at the draft show?
I've talked to you plenty of times, but we've only met once.
I did just see a video on that on Instagram. People are pulled over on the side of the highway in like Missouri. And they're like, there's a border. I think there's like the border of Illinois. You can find like a cell tower.
At my bachelor party, my buddy drove early in the morning to go to the border of Illinois, went to some random parking lot, placed some bets, and then came back that morning to make it for golf.
It is a degenerate's delight because you can go there,
Yeah.
and go to a dispensary after probably too, and then you just leave.
Oh yeah, Sunnyside's right there on the
Yeah.
border.
There's a couple of them that are
Did you
right
say
there.
a hip hop? The hip and a hop, but you said better's delight, right?
I think so.
God.
He got it.
There we go.
Yes.
I
All you
want
need
to go
is one.
home.
Us young kids
Erica,
over
that
here
was
got no
another one.
idea.
Not only
That was
did
a good one.
Not only did
Yeah.
you go with the dad joke on the name, then you butcher the song too. It's just
The hip
that-
hop. I had to sound as white
hip
as possible.
hop, a hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop. You rock it to the bang. Boogie said up jump the boogie to the boogie to the boogie the beat.
There we go.
Okay,
We're back.
How do you not know that song?
I'm not a Sugar Hill Gang fan. Hardcore.
That's the right name. You gotta said it like, is this the right name? Yes, you're right.
I'm going to take this
hesitated
syllable by syllable and make sure I'm okay.
I had to think about it for a second
I
because
just wanted to.
I didn't want to sound completely white.
Because he's
It's fine.
got Iamalibaba.
Iamaleava.
He got that stuck in his head, so now he's
Yeah,
mispronouncing
I know,
other
it's
things.
fine.
I'm a dude who can say Nico Iamaleava now.
You
Yeah,
learn
I know.
one, and now goes the other. Love it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't. I probably will never be able to say
Yeah.
DJ Uyunglele anymore. So
There you go.
You're
He's
not gonna need
dead.
that name anyways.
he's dead.
No,
Well,
that program's dead.
let's talk about that for a second because Florida State is royally poo-pooed.
Yeah, they're screwed.
We can punch them both in if you want, both Florida schools.
No. Florida State's more screwed than Florida.
Their team total wins for the under already hit.
And the reason I say that is they can't fire Norvell.
Yeah, it's true.
They owe him too much money.
Yeah.
I know that is.
I do have some inside information on Florida though.
Okay.
The alumni has already presented the president a check, or the AD a check for $26 million to buy out Napier.
Yep.
Is that what Scotty said? He's not the inside scoop. I'm just kidding.
It's not Scotty.
I know. The rumor was out there that they were meeting on
It's
Sunday.
my unc's brother who is an alum who knows all the inside stuff that's going on. And I will say this, their number one target, if they get him, I will automatically lay down money for Lagway to win Heisman within the next year and a half.
Why they did not start him week 3?
Yeah, what
the hell was that?
That's Billy just showing inconsistency.
Dumbass.
Graham Mertz brings us consistency.
This is the problem. Like when you bring a guy like Graham Mertz on, and you're like, well, he knows my offense, he knows the system. That doesn't mean you have to stick with him.
Does he?
That's also a good question, though, because I talked about this with Scotty when I was doing X-Bomb Sports. You can find it every Monday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Check it out.
Shameless plugs everywhere.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Don't worry, I got some in the back pocket. Don't worry.
But we were talking about
until the end.
we're talking about this, but like every good coach, right, or great coach that has at least won like a championship, you've seen it, right? Especially like Dabo Swinney. He had Kelly Bryant. Okay, Kelly Bryant's good. You know who's better? Trevor Lawrence. What did they do? Win a national championship, right?
Yeah.
Any coach that's willing to make the switch. Nick Saban did it. Jalen Hurts isn't winning me against Georgia. What do I do? Go to Tua.
It happened
Tua wins you
in
the national
Florida.
championship. It happened at Florida, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Chris Leak. He's doing okay, but you know who does better?
You know
Tim
who's a
Tebow.
dude? You know who's a dude? Tim Tebow.
Yeah. This should have been the Chris Leak, Tim Tebow switch. And instead, he's like, I'm going to go back to Chris Leak.
Have they announced who?
I'm going to go back to
Are they
Mertz.
starting Graham Mertz again?
Probably.
I think so.
He's at this point, he's like,
Have fun.
I'm losing my job, so it doesn't matter. Do you guys want to know who's number one on their list? Just take a guess.
For Florida?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like who would be good for Florida right now.
If they back up a dump truck full of money, because that's what it's going to take.
Oh, for quarterback or coach?
For coach.
Oh, it wouldn't be Dion, would it?
No.
Bill
that's
Belichick.
No.
He likes social media too much now.
Urban Meyer.
No.
That was the name I was looking for. I
No,
couldn't
Bill
think of it.
Belichick's your next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Or the Jets.
No, it's the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm still going with Jets.
It might be the Eagles.
Imagine a Bill Belichick ran Dallas Cowboys
Dallas-
announced by
Or the Giants,
Tom Brady.
actually. The Giants could be another place he'd land.
Giants could be another place.
I
Yeah.
feel like it would be like the Missouri coach or something like that. Like
Nope.
one of them would be higher. I don't
Think
know.
bigger.
Bigger, big name.
Big name. It's in
Nick
the
Saban.
It's in the SEC.
Um,
No, it's a current coach.
It's a
why
current
am
coach.
I blanking on Tennessee's coach?
Nope.
Yeah,
Not
he's not
Heupel.
going nowhere.
No, they wouldn't bring in Heupel, and they won't bring in Lane Kiffin.
Who the hell?
It's Lane Kiffin.
It's no
It's
way.
Lane.
No
It is
way.
Lane Kiffin, number one on their list.
No. No. Don't take that Florida
Lane-
job.
Lane Kiffin.
Don't go down.
It's gotta be Lane.
Don't go down.
I'm just saying, it's Lane Kiffin
Don't
with a
go
bullet.
down.
You know they're going to back the dump truck up to the
Well, of course they're going to pay
front
him a
door.
boatload of money.
I'm talking 10 years, 100 mil, probably.
The problem is those people in Oxford, they can probably match it.
Eh,
I don't mess with old Southern money. I do not mess with that.
Say what it truly is, Andrew. It's old plantation money.
That too. Oxford, Mississippi, folks. Oxford, Mississippi. Just saying.
Okay, so your boys have Illinois.
Yeah.
We all agree that we feel Illinois is going to get donkey stomped in this game.
I don't know where you were telling me people were taking the money on Illinois.
Chelsea and Jenks are all about
I mean,
taking the spread.
Illinois' defense is like okay, but it's nowhere near the level that they were before.
No,
they've got
Nebraska's
holes.
defense has been elite.
They've been stomping
They've been
people.
so good. And I mean,
Yeah.
Who's LSU got this week?
They got UCLA.
You better win that game.
You're telling me.
They just lost to Indiana.
Yeah, I know.
And it wasn't
we're playing
even
Ethan
close.
Garbers and the Hasselback kid. What a quarterback stand.
Hey, you better watch out, buddy.
Why? Carson Steele's in Kansas City.
Do you know what I just did? I didn't realize until I watched the Indiana UCLA game, speaking of, the other day. Guess who plays for Indiana? Guess whose kid plays for Indiana?
Oh, I would have no clue.
Shane McMahon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
I just got sent
Who that
something
McMahon kid was that people were talking about?
Yep.
I was seeing his name pop up. I was like, why is
And
everybody
he's
talking about
getting
this dude?
tread.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
getting a lot of tread.
Okay.
I think it was him. And then isn't Bill Goldberg's kid?
He's on
somewhere?
Colorado.
He's on Colorado's team because
Yeah.
Goldberg's there every game going, be a team.
Yeah. He plays too, and he plays pretty well. He has to.
Your pseudo team almost came off with a huge upset.
Yeah. That was
Thanks for
crazy.
covering, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie. I picked them. I live in the money.
Kentucky, baby.
Kentucky.
God.
They tried. It was
they always do against Georgia. They may not win another game all season, but they'll be damned if Georgia's going to walk into Kentucky and win by 65.
This is going to be the one where they go, listen, we may have lost the season, but we kept Georgia to a point.
We have our freedom.
It was close. I mean,
I don't know what happened with that game.
basically, it almost came down to like the 2 minute
quarterback
warning.
looked good.
So
Exactly.
It was basically down to the
Vandegrift,
wire.
yeah.
Well, he had something to prove,
Yeah,
too.
Vandegrift had a lot to prove in that game.
Former Georgia
Let
quarterback.
me go. How about a 70-yarder? Jesus.
We actually
let the wrong guy
have
go.
Do you
the first game kicking off this week is actually South Alabama and App State. South Alabama coming off scoring 87 points.
They had to shut it down in the fourth quarter to 5 minutes.
God,
They had
That's
to call it.
amazing.
That's insane.
Can
Let him break 100, damn it.
we
Right.
talk? Can we talk for a second? Anybody taking the spread in the Penn State game?
Why?
It's 48.5.
Why?
I'm just saying.
I think they're going to beat it. I mean, it's Kent State. Have you seen that team?
Kent State is not good.
They forgot how to play football. I think they moved on to basketball season at this point.
My only worry is how soon does
You said Kent State's quarterback though?
Oh yeah.
Who's Kent State's quarterback?
Some creep. Devin Card. Look at him.
You don't know him. Yo!
My.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me show. Come here,
As soon
Erica.
as you said-
Come here. Come here.
He looks like he chases people at the park.
Would you consider that a creep?
I'm sorry. That's terrible.
He's got NIL with Toys R Us.
Oh, my God.
This is the guy that calls you at.
You sure that's not Eli Manning?
This is the guy that. This is the guy that calls you at like 2:00 in the afternoon, asking if you want to.
He's the mustache. He's got the. Yeah,
God,
that's
what's that
good.
guy? What was his character's name?
Oh,
God.
dang it.
This guy calls you
I'll look
asking
it
if
up,
you
I'll
want to
look it up.
extend your car warranty. Every time.
This
is that dude. Yes.
Chad Powers.
100%.
Chad Powers.
Chad Powers.
It's
Yes.
Chad Powers. That's Chad Powers in a heartbeat.
Officer, I didn't do nothing. I swear, I wasn't smoking anything in the car. Okay, then you'll let me search the car. No, I didn't say that.
We have to talk about it real quick because
Creep.
I did see
Nico
that too with all of them.
Iamaleava is playing in Norman, Oklahoma this weekend. It is the big game.
Yep.
We also have Michigan and USC. I think Michigan wins this game.
It's very possible.
I think
It's
Michigan wins
offense
this
versus defense. Like that's what this
Well,
is.
don't forget.
That's usually how the game goes.
Listen,
Well, yeah.
I didn't want to be
I'm
an
just-
idiot. I'm
USC
sorry.
I'm just
I
gonna
know,
put
it's
it
fair.
out there.
Sorry.
I should have specified USC's offense versus Michigan's defense. My bad.
I apologize.
Let me just put this out there.
Yeah.
It's the little brother in me that always does that.
That was good.
Does everybody realize that there'll be an orgy going on in Ann Arbor this weekend?
Okay.
Oh,
You're
I heard a
done.
great one for that.
Hold on.
I'm being honest.
We need Scotty.
It's orgy because you need 8 men in the box. That's why. I did. I stole that. I'm sorry.
Is that from
heard-
Portnoy?
No, yeah, I heard from one of the Barstool guys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm sure Portnoy's
that was,
printing up T-shirts now.
That was PTI or pardon my take, but yeah, I can't.
Pardon my
Sunglasses.
interruption.
Yeah, the sunglasses.
Pardon my
guy.
take.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just
PFC. PFC. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
That's pretty good.
I'll just be honest with you. I think. Does anybody think Tennessee's going to lose in Oklahoma?
No.
They shouldn't, but there is a chance if Iamaleava's not on his best game, Oklahoma can take advantage of it. because their defense looks a lot better than what I thought they were going to be. They can at least rush the passer.
Well, they're saying that about USC too, and who has USC played?
Well, and that's the
LSU.
thing, is that but
and no offense to LSU,
no, their defense has been terrible,
and their offense hasn't been the greatest,
right? So I understand that, but I don't know. If you let them in the door, they're going to take advantage of it because I think their offense is good enough. I don't know if their quarterback is, but Jackson Arnold looks like he can throw it.
Yeah.
So if you give him a chance,
if I trust a dude named Arnold.
Well, he's got
Arnold.
He's got the creepy mustache look too. So I mean, I don't know.
Why? Why is everybody going with the creepy mustache?
I don't know.
It's all because of Morgan Wallen started it.
No, it's Paul Skeens.
Oh yeah,
Paul Skeens.
Morgan Wallen had it before him though.
Not everyone could be
Yeah, but
Hartman.
Paul Skeens made it.
Sexy
Paul
Sam.
Skeens made it cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
He was
his was awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even had the
With
handlebars.
the jean shorts and everything. Yeah, and the handlebar
He
looked
looked badass.
It was
Absolutely.
a vibe, man. It was a vibe. It just wasn't. It wasn't the mustache. It was the vibe.
Yeah,
It was the Minshew magic vibe.
I mean, I don't know. I'd still say Tennessee though.
Yeah, I'm rolling
still got
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
The other game that looked interesting. I mean, it could be a close one. Is Utah and Oklahoma State.
I'm interested in that.
That
game.
one should be good.
Depends on Cam Rising's playing.
Which 40-year-old quarterback's going to win this one?
Bowman's only 35. Stop it.
They both just
17 years
both
league.
look like they're 36. Like they both look.
Well,
way
how many
older than what they
surgeries
are.
has Bowman had? At least 12.
Too many to count at this point. Like,
oh, this is this guy.
He's 24, 25.
Oh, yeah, he's
And
old.
Rising's
Cam's
25,
24,
26.
Yeah, 24, 25. And he still has to go on his Mormon trip before he can play football.
Does he have to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does Utah have to do that? thought
I
that was
believe
just BYU.
so. I believe so, sir. I could be
thought it
wrong.
was- I thought it was
I could be
BYU.
wrong. BYU has to do their mission. trip.
BYU's got a tough one too, and they're undefeated.
BYU's
They're taking on Kansas State.
trash.
I think it could be a good game.
Oh, I asked you this. Do you think Vanderbilt can make it interesting with Mizzou?
Yes.
Yes.
I think they could.
Pavia is real, folks.
Vanderbilt's weird this year.
Orale Diego.
I'm gonna hit something. I'm gonna tease something right here because we got to get to break. Because when we come back, we're gonna be talking NFL Week 3, the big games, the Bears game, all this good stuff. But I'm gonna tease something for. You're killing me, Smalls. I got a little something for the Pac-12.
I won't be able to make it for that. Just a heads up.
Idiots.
Got the wife's car.
Oh, she got to go to work?
Yeah.
Tell her tough. She can be late. What's more
She's the
important?
breadwinner.
Only fair.
For now.
For now.
For now. All right. When we come back, NFL Week 3 here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Hey, I'm Jesus Mauricio. Be sure to tune in every Friday to listen to Zeus Off the Bat, a baseball talk show from 1 to 2 p.m. where I'll be discussing and updating you on all things about baseball, news, predictions, reactions, and more about the Cubs, Sox, and everything across the league. happens every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't forget to follow and share our Twitter and Instagram with your friends at Zeus Off the Bat. Zeus Off the Bat.
Welcome back to Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm David Double D Dykstra. I'm here with my boys.
Tyler, Butterball.
Andrew, Pepe, Valentin.
No gimmicks. Not waiting for the pointer finger.
Don't make me bust out the ranky.
Huh?
Oh God.
It's still sitting in the classroom.
Yeah, it is. Listen, guys. Somebody here's getting a whip cracked on them, so I guess we should dive right into Week 3 of the NFL.
I don't have a car.
Whose fault is that, mister? I'm going to buy an import?
Damn Germans.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, please.
I'm German.
We don't need a repeat.
What's a repeat? Oh, of the marketplace?
Not what I meant.
We don't need any lawnmower.
Talking about the damn lawnmower.
No, not the lawnmower.
Swear to God. I wake up to that again. Still haunts me.
Oh, that being said,
Best message I ever had at work.
Like 5 a.m. Guys.
Gentlemen, I will let you begin since you outrank Andrew and I when it comes to who your favorite team is. Let's talk Bears Colts.
Okay.
What are you seeing in this game?
I mean, the Colts are coming off a brutal loss to the Packers with Malik Willis, the quarterback, and they couldn't stop the run, but the Bears don't like to run, and not their forte. Usually they like to get the run going.
Used to be their forte.
Yeah.
That's three.
Matt Forte.
That was a good one.
Football.
That was
good. But I mean, and then with DeForest Buckner out, I mean, that adds a little pressure off of the offensive line that's been atrocious, but still, I mean, yeah, you can argue that the Bears O-line went against one of the top defensive line in the league, and that's why Caleb Williams was getting rushed 40 plus times and sacked 7 times. But there's still growing pains, and they still got to figure that part out and see what's going on over there. But I still think the Bears could come out with this. I think it's just going to be the defense that's going to be.
It's a pick 'em game.
It is. I mean, that's why
what?
Indiana's going at 1 point favorite
by a point.
By a point.
So it literally is a pick 'em. I think the Bears defense is going to be what's going to hold the Colts from another loss this week.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson in the offense just was not clicking last week at all. And again, their defense is not as good as, I mean, especially without DeForest Buckner, it's not going to be that good. We might see a little bit of change from the offense, maybe more than just 3 snaps from Cole Kmet. That'd be great. But again, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Hit the under on this one at 43.5. But I got the Bears in this one, probably by a field goal.
But the thing is, for sure, on the Colts side of things, is limit Anthony Richardson's huge bombs. That's it. That is his entire offense. It was the entire offense in week 1. They limited that in week 2, and all you saw was a garbage time touchdown towards the end. If you do that, that can be fine. I think Joshua Downs is a little banged up. He's questionable, but Alec Pearson, I would think hopefully Michael Pittman Jr. is locked down by Jalen Johnson. And that was, it was ultimately like in the Houston game was who's gonna torch you. Nico Collins did that the entire time. Just a matter of like who's Jalen Johnson gonna lock down that day. One thing I love that they're playing at noon. One thing I don't like is they're playing on CBS. The Bears are not a CBS team. They are a Fox team.
This is true.
That is my one big pullback.
Okay.
It's you can't measure those things. You can't measure those things. I just feel like they get more wins on Fox than they do on CBS.
It's going to be my nephew's birthday. I better be able to watch this.
We'll have some TV. Tell him to turn off whatever it's called.
Roly Poly Oly.
Turn off Bluey.
Yeah, no more Bluey. Yeah, that's enough of that.
Bluey's not bad though.
We're gonna introduce another Australian, Tory Taylor. That's the new one we want in the household.
See him? Look, he can kick the ball real far.
There we go. Boom. But ultimately, again, it's just Jonathan Taylor, while on the ground, he's been explosive. That he's going to be a problem for sure. But like I said, it's limiting the huge bombs to Alec Pierce, Dubon, and then hopefully, like I said, Michael Pittman Jr. underneath is limited. That's going to be the defense, and then hopefully, like I said, Caleb Williams, figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it out. Offense.
Our guy King B-Mac chimed in. He said, "I think this one, the script will be flipped." He said this will be a game where the Bears offense ends up carrying the defense this time. I kind of agree with him on that. I feel like this might be one where Anthony Richardson's been very inconsistent with the passes. Obviously, a lot of interceptions here at the start, especially against Green Bay. And this is going to be no exception. This is going to be just as good a defensive back system as he's seen. But I do have a feeling that they'll come with some surprises. They'll get points up on the board, and the Bears, I got a feeling the Bears will start showing more of that offense. I'm not saying it's going to be like a 400-yard, 4-touchdown game for Caleb, but we'll see more consistency in the pass game, big opportunities for big plays for DJ Moore. We'll see where Dunze's at, obviously. We'll see where Allen's at. But if those guys play, I think you'll see them more in the game. I think Kmet will be more in the game, especially after last week and his frustrations with it. You'll see more pouring out. So I'm on the side where I agree with BMAC. And he says, and if the offense can't get right against the Colts D, God help us.
That's true.
I think Caleb could see his first touchdown in the NFL this week.
I think I'll give him 2. I'll give him like 2. If not 2 in the air, 2 in the air, I'll say, or 1 in the air and 1 on the ground.
Okay.
Right now, he runs one
until proven otherwise, the Bears are not winning this game. I think the formula for any defense that has watched any Bears games is going to be flat out rush. Now you're waiting on your wide receivers to make plays then, or Caleb to make a good decision, scramble out, roll the pocket, whatever it may be. They haven't proven that yet. Until they do, for me, I'm going low. I'm going real low. I'm going 13-9 Indianapolis.
Oh, that's disgusting.
They haven't proved that they can get into the end zone.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And until they do, I'm giving them field goals.
Yeah, that's
they
fair.
They did it once.
How you doing, brother?
Where's the plan?
Not so good, brother.
Not so good.
Until they prove otherwise.
No, that's fair.
And I mean, I'm the same way about my team. They're gonna get. I don't even want to talk about this game because they're gonna get donkey stomped so hard. Travis Kelce's gonna have like 650 yards.
Yeah, I got Kansas City to cover that.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would.
Kareem Hunt comes out and has a career night.
That might be. That may be the case.
It'll be a Samaj AP Ryan Legacy game for sure.
Like
32 carries.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would not
200 yards.
I would not be shocked if Worthy has like a 3 touchdown night.
He could.
He could.
It'll be like something like he'll have 4 total receptions for 3 touchdowns, like 60 yards.
I was gonna say I think this is gonna be a blowout where like Worthy has 2 DDs. I think like Samaje will probably have like 2 he catches 2 touchdowns because he's a great back coming out of the backfield for the Chiefs in that passing offense. So I fully expect that to be a blowout. Not to say that the Falcons can't have their own. Like I think this will be like where Bijan probably has like a heck of a game.
I mean, he did on Sunday.
No, he did too. But like he gets in the end zone maybe a couple times. But I don't know if Kurt. This defense for Kansas City has been spot on.
I don't know about rushing maybe,
Chris
but
Jones
he'll get receptions.
gnarly.
Certainly, yeah.
Chris Jones is on a different level.
Oh, he's out for blood. He wants to. Oh, you're not going to make me the best defensive lineman in the league. Oh, we're going to see about that.
Pay me.
Yeah, right.
Pay me. Please tell me you have faith in Cincinnati this week.
Sure.
Against that secondary,
this should be their game. But
this is where everything gets right.
It's not about the secondary though. It's about the defense stopping Jaden Daniels from being a playmaker. Like that's the biggest thing. His feet and his arm right now are showing that he can carry that offense. It's just that they have to execute when they get in the red zone. And the same goes for Cincinnati. Like Washington, Cincinnati, get in the red zone, got to put the ball in the end zone. Plain and simple.
If Jaden Daniels figures out Terry McLaurin, that's going to be
the biggest thing.
A little bit of a problem.
He's not passing to his best weapon yet, and that's shocking me.
He's handing it off and dumping it off to Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
So it's a safe option. It's a safe route, but but it's not going to get the job done.
No, you need offensively at least. Yeah. They're going to be able to put points on the board. It's just their defense is
with the Commanders. Is who do you have besides McLaurin? And so he's getting double teamed.
Zach Ertz now. I mean, he's kind of. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a star, but he has emerged as a target.
Well, he's the big easy target for the rookie.
He's the big easy.
Why they traded Jahan Dotson blew my mind.
In the division too.
Yeah, in the division. I don't know what the hell.
They just didn't like the progression.
It's
what came out of the Commanders.
It's new coach too. You gotta like Dan Quinn probably. I mean, if he doesn't fit your system or he doesn't fit, which I don't know how he doesn't fit Cliff Kingsbury's offense, but sure, right. I guess if that doesn't work,
I don't think Kingsbury liked him. To be
probably not. Probably. I mean, we've seen that before when he was in Arizona. There were guys where he nitpicked on him. He's like, I like this guy. I don't like that guy. I want Marquise Brown.
How'd that work out for him in Arizona?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I think Arizona's doing just fine.
Well, there's also the question of whether or not Marquise Brown's going to suit up for that game too.
Oh no, he's done.
He's done for the year. Down for the year.
Yeah.
He's going.
Playoffs is a maybe. I think they said right.
I'm on the side of he's probably just not going to suit up.
That's where I'm at. I know they said like the window's open.
Again, exactly? He had a shoulder injury, and I believe he ended up getting surgery eventually. So he's going to be done.
He fractured it. Then there's no other way.
I mean,
I want to know how Deebo Samuels walked off the field with a fractured tibia. Walk off the field with a fractured tibia.
Because he's a monster.
Yeah. You've seen those legs? My goodness.
I'm on the side of when he runs, he doesn't move. He moves the earth beneath him.
Oh, he's Roger Craig.
Yeah.
He's easily Roger Craig where he just powers through people. But yeah, I mean, you can walk on a fracture. It hurts. It hurts. I've done it before where it's just like a crack. But if that thing was legit broken, there's no way he's walking.
What other games would we like to talk about?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Vikings Texans. I'm excited about.
I got Vikings until proven otherwise, man.
What?
I'm being dead serious.
Against the Texans?
If Justin Jefferson's playing, it's a
it's a quad bruise, a deep quad bruise, right?
Yeah, he was practicing today. They said he walked. He was in walkthroughs. God,
I know Jordan Addison's going to be back, but that's still. I'm still not 1,000%.
I still might go with the Texans because here's the thing: who knows Justin Jefferson better than anybody in the league right now as far as coverage? Of course, Stingley. Who's the guy? He covered him and Chase all throughout LSU. So, and he said, he's like, I know those boys better than they probably know themselves. And even though Jefferson says, nah, he doesn't know all of me. And I love that.
And I'm still on the side of that core of wide receivers in Houston. Like, no, Nico Collins is leading the league right now in receiving yards.
Yeah.
They didn't listen. I'll say this:
scheming very well.
It's a different Minnesota Vikings team all of a sudden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that defense going to limit them like the Bears did to 50-yard field goals and one touchdown? I don't think so.
That's the biggest question.
I don't think so.
The defense has played very well.
They have
very well
against weaker teams, mind you, too. So
yeah, you really calling the 49ers a weaker team?
Banged up without McCaffrey.
No CMC. Debo goes out with an injury.
George Kittle ended up getting an IV later on, so he was out for an experience.
George was out partying too hard the night before.
Yeah. Well, I'd still say the Texans. I think this will be a good game. Like, still, nevertheless,
you gotta watch for Joe Mixon too. You gotta see what his health is going to be.
He still looked good though in the game. Like he came back from the injury and still was running pretty well. So
it's still questionable. They're watching him. They're monitoring his injury.
Any other games that pop off?
I mean, there's Jets Patriots. Like, woo, what a Thursday, man! I'm just kidding.
You realize like Al Michaels going to end up cutting somebody before this year's over, right?
He doesn't get a good game. I think we jokingly said it's probably week 10. Is like
he's going to end up stabbing something. It might be Herb Street that takes the toll.
Arguable.
I'm going to say though, just because it might be sneaky good in terms of like it'll be a telling point for where the two teams are at. It's Ravens and Cowboys because if depending on what happens in that game, that I think defines what either team is.
The Ravens come out of this game.
That's where I'm at. Like, if the Ravens win that game, it's like, okay, the Ravens aren't dead in the water. They still have life to them. Where the Cowboys, I think they lose that game. They're kind of, this is what they are, but it's vice versa. I think
what happens when you don't have a running game at all.
Yeah, well,
at all.
When you've got old man Elliott and
Rico Dodal.
Dodal, yes, I forgot his
Which
name.
is he's the most targeted running back in the NFL right now.
Is that true?
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean,
it's incredible.
put it
Well,
in
he's
my
a better
watch, I guess.
he's a better athlete really than Elliott right now because Elliott's broken down. So I don't know why you don't give him more carries or why you don't use him out of the backfield as a receiver because he can catch. But I think this is the defining point for either team. Like you have to win to kind of set their season up.
Must win in week 3.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like 100%. I'm saying that.
That's
like,
crazy.
If you want to set your team on the right path, this has to be a must win.
How about a Skylar Thompson-led Dolphins squad? What are we thinking for the remainder of that?
Oh man, I don't know.
Listen,
'Cause I know in terms of fantasy, I know that Tyreek Hill is still going to be feasible.
He
but
knows the offense.
Jalen Watt, nobody else. Jalen Waddle, done. I mean, Devon Achane, same thing. I could throw him in there, but like, and have that. But I mean,
they
just the rest of the season, the division. I don't want to say it's handed to Buffalo or the Jets right now, but it.
Yes, and can I take my Buffalo Bills statement back? Jesus criminy Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like, talk about a dude who goes, hey, Buffalo, hop on my back.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's got to be safe, though. He's got to stop jumping 4 yards into the end
Oh my
zone.
God, please don't
And then-
not do that.
Yeah. I get it. He's a big, beefy boy and he can take a little bit of damage.
He's
but
from Wyoming.
yeah, it's a little, they're built a little
I
different.
think he's
out
from
there.
California.
Yeah.
He's going to college in Wyoming, but I get it. You had cowboy, woo, yeehaw, all that stuff.
He has one of the best farms in New York. I
He
believe.
does.
That's
He definitely
from what I-
does.
From what I
He
understand.
has a wing named after him.
Yeah, of course he does.
Did you know that?
It's fair
From a food truck in Wyoming.
It's fair to say by the end of his career, he could become the best Buffalo Bills quarterback maybe in history, and that's matching Jim Kelly. So that's saying a lot. Statistically, and maybe even by achievements. If listen, you get them to a Super Bowl, people
If
are
he
gonna
wins the Super Bowl, I'll call him the better than Jim Kelly. But to go to 4 consecutive Super Bowls,
I mean, it's never gonna be done again.
It's never going to be done again.
Well, we'll see what Kansas City can do.
They're going to three-peat. I don't think they four-peat. If they
That's a
three-peat,
tough ask.
if they
That would be
three-peat this year, there's no. I think Kelsey walks off.
If they win 3,
I think if he three-peats, he
retire on
walks off
top.
and
Yeah.
proposes to Taylor and is very happy for the rest of his life. Just traveling
How much
the
you want
world
to
with
bet?
her.
How much you want to bet?
gotta fight for your right to marry me.
How much you want to bet that's going to be a prop line that comes up on the Super Bowl?
Oh,
If the Chiefs-
100%.
It was last year, I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did he proposes?
It was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, I'm sure it
Can
was.
we
somewhere.
please have Patrick Mahomes like ordain them? Because he'd be like,
So we're gathered here today.
No, you want Andy Reid to do that ceremony.
That would be pretty good.
I want him to do the buffet.
He blesses everything with a cheeseburger.
Andy Reid on catering would be pretty solid.
Are you kidding?
Just
Hell yeah.
sliders
Absolutely.
galore.
Absolutely.
If you're getting married in Kansas City, there's not much you can do that would be wrong.
Barbecue galore, baby.
Barbecue and burgers
He's
everywhere.
He's in the kitchen with that little like the covering his mouth with the
no, you play Harrison Butker in the kitchen.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Comes full circle.
Nicely done, Tyler. That
Thank
was
you.
nice.
Thank
that
you.
was nice.
Your move,
it
Mr.
is
Boy.
George Costanza just walk out and be like, thank you. See you guys next week. Take care.
It is a very not great week.
That's
for the
thing,
NFL.
NFL's really been lagging behind on which I mean we knew this was sometimes what happens, but it just feels like the games have just not been like
Yeah,
there.
while I appreciate the Monday night doubleheader,
I
I,
mean,
would have
there was-
wanted it to be better games.
I mean,
Yeah.
there were a lot of close games this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they
This
weren't
past
like
week.
very like there wasn't a lot of thrill to them though. That was the
Yeah.
thing. Like they were close, but you
Are you
still,
telling
the
me you
NFL
couldn't
has
get
been off
up
to
for
a
the Giants
slow start.
Commanders? Kind of shenanigans is that?
I will say these first 2 weeks have been off to a very slow start.
It's
for
because
everybody.
it's been defense oriented.
right?
It's
Yeah.
The
brutal.
most exciting team in the NFL right now are the New Orleans
I
Saints.
saw something. It
because
was
they are.
Oh, I don't know if you guys already
Just
said, but yeah,
thriving.
I got Saints whooping on that Eagles
so.
ass.
I believe last year it was about through 2 weeks. It was about 80 something odd touchdowns thrown. It's gone progressively down. Only through these first 2 weeks, like 66 touchdowns
Yeah.
from the. Yeah, it's gone from like 100,
Well,
100,
look at the
100 to
preseason.
80 to 60.
No one played.
That makes
No
sense.
one played in the
That's the problem.
preseason.
That's the problem.
Yeah. They're going to be a month behind basically. So we're not going to get good football.
You're not
until
getting great football
October.
until October.
Mhm.
And
Good
I'm okay
move,
with that.
Rodgers.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'll be jazzed up for college football
That's the plus side is as long as college football is going on, there's good football to be seen.
Oh,
so
there's going to be. All I have to say is, boys, I might be asking for October 12th off just so I can sit at home.
Might be going to see that game. So
What is it? Bama LSU that week? I
I
know it's Georgia Texas.
Yes, that's all the same week.
It's like
Luckily, I
October
have no
12th
wedding.
Yeah. Thank God this year we don't have a wedding to go to.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I have a wedding to go to.
Oh no!
2 weeks.
Somebody picked the weekend of your wedding?
What?
October 12th?
Oh no, not that weekend. The week before.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry. They just
The
went.
week before. I'm telling you, October 12th is disgusting.
Yeah, no, that'd be
With-
November 9th.
Let me see.
It's in LSU too. So
October 12th.
Oh,
yeah.
so you'll be down in Baton Rouge and I'll be at State College
Yeah,
that
exactly.
weekend watching them whip up on Washington.
Whoa.
And then next week we do Friendsgiving,
Did you
and then
just-
I'm flying to
did
Ontario.
you-
Oh.
Did you? Are you seeing the lineup for
Yeah. Thank
for
God I'm
October
not.
12th?
Think I'm not doing a wedding. that weekend.
Lay it out for people.
Oh my God.
That has
All
to be
right,
the highest
hold
rated
up.
college football.
All right,
Oh,
ready?
it's going to be
Ever.
insane.
Has
Ohio
to be.
State versus Oregon.
Which I
Ole
don't think.
Miss.
I don't think that unless Oregon fixed what they were missing last
yeah.
week.
I don't know.
Ole Miss and LSU.
Jesus.
Yeah, maybe man. I was gonna say Florida, Tennessee, but man.
No, Tennessee's going to molly
Unless
them.
Florida flips a switch real quick.
Penn State, USC. You got Northern Illinois and Bowling Green.
That'll be a good game.
That'll be fun.
Bama and South Carolina.
That could be fun.
Where's it at?
Bama.
Yeah.
Texas and
take that
Oklahoma. That could be good.
That should be good.
Jeez.
Red River rivalry, baby.
That is nuts.
They got
Nebraska must have a-
Oklahoma, and then the next week they've got Georgia.
They've got a gauntlet at that one.
So Nebraska must have they have a bye week. that
Yeah,
week.
you've got your team's got the bye week that week.
Wusses.
Trust me, I looked to see what was going on for them for Nebraska.
Wuss.
Bro, you took a bye week in week 2.
No, it was week 3, homie. Get it right.
Okay.
We're in week 4.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we needed it. Hey, we
gotta get the
needed
boys
to.
right.
We needed to scout Kent State.
That's true.
I was worried.
After coming off Bowling Green,
I-
that was
You-
scary.
you gotta-
action, man.
I was scared.
You got to get
for
the
you.
report on those Ham Hawks. Is that their mascot? I don't even know.
Wait, what week did?
Those MAC teams are scary, man.
They can be. Hey, ask Notre Dame.
There you go.
Well, sorry, Notre Shame.
So you know it's funny.
Or I mean, Mississippi State losing to Toledo. So
Yeah, how bad is once again? How
Holy
bad is
Toledo.
Oh, Mississippi State is bad.
Oh yeah.
Very. They might be worse than Florida.
I just love those posts where like Mississippi State paid Toledo $1.2 million to come just get their ass kicked.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
The week after might be almost as good.
was
Bring it.
Georgia, Texas,
Yes.
Bama, Tennessee,
yep.
Ooh.
Miami and Louisville,
Ooh.
Auburn, Mizzou. I don't know Auburn. I don't trust Auburn.
Screw
anymore.
Auburn!
Yeah, screw Auburn.
That was close. You almost overgasped double D.
Michigan, Illinois could be interesting.
It depends on
maybe.
where it's at.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Ooh.
Yeah. Toledo, Northern Iowa, or the Illinois, not Iowa. They got
The
their ass.
Zips versus the Huskies.
Huskies versus Toledo is always that's
It's always
always a good
fun.
one. Yeah, the Rockets always bring it. So
That's a good week too.
that's it. I like that. That's a pretty good 2 weeks of football right there.
I tell you,
There's once conference play starts, I don't think there's going to be a week where you're like,
Oh,
this is crap.
the
Yeah.
week after is even better. You ready?
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Nebraska, Ohio State, Illinois.
At Ohio State.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Sucks to be you.
I know. Illinois and Oregon,
Nah.
It could
Mizzou, Bama,
Mm.
It could
Oklahoma,
be.
Ole Miss. I'm not even worried about that.
Ole
Miami's
Miss is-
gonna roll Florida State.
Miami can't wait for that game.
Sorry.
We could have had Cam Ward. Damn it.
Pick
Oh.
the wrong QB.
You guys will whoop Wisconsin.
Should. That game still scares me.
LSU and
Because that's
A&M.
about the time when Wisconsin decides they know how to play football again.
Yeah. Say LSU and A&M.
Yeah.
Why? I'm not scared of those Aggies.
You should be.
Why?
Just get back into like the
That
whole
Reed
schedule
kid's
thing.
a dude.
Is he? Or is he just a dude when he plays some mech teams? Mech.
Are you calling Florida mech?
If anything, I'm upgrading them. I could call them blech.
Are we on a fluffy scale now?
Very easily, yeah. I could very easily call them disgusting.
How's your team? It's mech, but
Mech.
not blech.
We haven't reached Blech yet.
I just love, again, we're going over like the schedules and everything and how great it's going to be. Dabo Sweeney just figured out YouTube TV, and I pulled it yesterday. And he said one of the best lines ever. He just goes, I had it on the phone, iPad, I had the 4 screens on there, and then I had on my TV, and he just goes, it was all football, and I loved it, and I loved every single second of it. I'm like, that's every dude every Saturday and Sunday.
Too bad he doesn't know how to, I don't know, pay players.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I do that the old way.
I pay
okay?
subscriptions, not players.
I don't listen. I don't like the fact that he
They
wasn't.
hooked me up with
He
Disney
lied.
Plus last week.
No, he lied.
Yeah,
he lied to all of us.
Yeah.
He said if players started getting paid, he was going to quit. Where are you?
He's still coaching.
Quit. You liar. That's not very Christian-like of you,
Hands on
Mr.
fire.
Dabo Sweeney. Mr. Jesus send us to the national title.
Well, Jesus is going to need a lot more than Jesus to help you right
You need
now.
Jesus to take the wheel.
What if Jesus had an
More like
NIL
take the
deal?
clipboard.
Jesus does have an NIL deal. How do you think Notre Dame beat Purdue last week?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Woo!
Erica's trying to get away before the lightning strikes.
A 2-year, $20 million Hail Mary contract.
I've seen that NIL. It gets passed around in the basket all the time, right?
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
Absolutely ridiculous.
No, it's 4, so if we want to go, we can go.
No, it's 4:00.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go. We got one more segment, unless you just want me to rant on something real quick.
Yeah, I
forget what I was about to rant on. Son of a gun.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, I've got one.
Yeah. Do we just want to just keep it going? And just finish it
dive
off?
right into it.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick
Yeah.
10, 15 minute. You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, yeah.
Dive right into it.
I should make it home.
If that's the case. Should make it.
First off, apologies to M because we're about to just make you late.
Well, honestly, I don't have a You're Killing Me.
I just got to be home by 6.
Yeah, if that's the case, then.
Killing me, Smalls.
There we go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the greatest segment in all of sports talk radio. It is time for You're Killing Me, Smalls. Hey, King B-Mac, if you got one, put it in the chat. For anybody else, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. That's BLOWTWHISTLE1. Let us know what has you just going, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, that's enough shenanigans.
Hey.
First
Easily.
off, Nick.
No, don't start with me.
No? Andrew, go. I know you got some.
I don't have one.
Okay.
Not yet. I mean, it's not as good.
I'm going to go.
Go.
So, as we all know, we're in the midst of the football season.
All right.
True that.
If you're coming at me, dude, I'm gonna third chop you. Just
Basketball is probably right around the corner. I guess you would say.
No.
How do I
Is
know?
this a BS? Is this a BS? You're killing me.
Guess who just put out a new workout video in the gym? Always working on that jump shot. Always working on that three-pointer. Oh, you know who I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the season again. It's the cycle that never stops. It's Ben Simmons once again working hard to show us all just how good that little baby jumper he's got going. How many threes he can hit in the rec league, ladies and gents. Oh, Benny boy. Oh, we've been doing this for years, man. You keep doing this.
Most intelligent player in the NBA ever.
You do this every year, man. You put out the video, and then we all get this belief that you've been better. Well, some people do. And then we go through the cycle that you just can't hit a jumper to save a life. If there were babies hanging off a cliff and you had to hit a jumper to save them, they would all be falling off said cliff immediately, my friend. I don't know why you keep doing this. I don't know why Rich Paul lets you keep doing this, but it's time to end it. It's time to move back to Australia, try your luck in the NBL there, maybe try and revamp your career there, or maybe play against, the Japan League or the Chinese League or something. But the NBA is no longer in your future. So, to Mr. Ben Simmons for once again starting the cycle that we all know and love you for so much, I give you a big old.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Maybe T-Lo can recruit him for Hoops of Promise.
Maybe.
But the most intelligent player in NBA history has played maybe 20 games in his NBA career.
It feels
and has
like
gotten paid.
I'm unbelievable.
Paid, ladies and gentlemen, paid.
It pays to be mediocre.
It does pay. Speaking of getting paid.
Unbelievable.
Speaking
How?
of getting
Why?
paid.
Why does he have a career? All right, I'm good.
Are you
I'm okay.
Sure?
No. He makes me mad.
It's okay.
Does he? Is it the 17th or the 18th?
Today's the 18th.
18th, buddy.
All right, these games must be starting later. Oh, they are. Well, I've got one.
Oh, I guess I have a quick, funny one.
Go for it, quick.
All right.
Because I don't want Emily to have to castrate you.
So, this is...
Or take the bus.
Yeah.
Which will
Please
result
do
in
not
both.
take the bus, please.
So, this goes out to FanDuel for creating a college football all-name team. So I'm going to go down the list of their team.
Quickly.
So at quarterback, General Booty. Running back, Tommy Running Rabbit. Fullback, Rusty Van Wetz Zinga.
I love it.
Wide receiver, Decolis Crawford. Wide receiver, Fat Watt. Another wide receiver, Dash Dorsey. Tight end, Champion Johnson.
That should be Butts.
Tree, Baba Blade. Racing, Delgatti. Kobe Six Killer. Tiger Shanks. Rhino, Tapa Otutati. Roland Hughes.
Did he get that right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think
That's pretty good for me.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Octavius Oxendine. Legend Journey. Demon Clowney. Servant Counselor. Memorable Factor. There's a literally guy named Pig Cage.
I don't want to be offensive. These sound like horse names, like when you're going.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Coming round the bend.
Yeah.
Midnight Steward. I mean,
it's a horse name.
It's like
no, Dash Dorsey's 1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the best one.
He was at Kentucky.
From Northern Colorado. Cash Cheeks. Like these are you name
That's
your
my
kid.
OnlyFans name. How'd you get that?
Oh, this one might be better. Sir Kanye Venable.
Sir.
That's not a real name.
Karate Brenson. I'm gonna look these up to make sure that these are real and not just
Danny
steal
LaRusso.
things.
Oh, they're real. I looked them up because I got the list too. The
Are
all
you
name team,
serious?
and they've got a B team too.
A guy named K2, like literally the letter K, number 2, Dickens. Ty Cool Hill Lumen. You guys can tell me to stop whenever. I'm just gonna
You
keep
can
going.
stop.
Okay.
You can stop.
Lumpy Dweez. So, anyways, he made the B
Great
team.
name.
He made the B team, JV.
Yes.
But to FanDuel for finding all these names, and to the parents naming your kids these names, I give you a big old
You're killing me, Smalls.
Don't lie. You're gonna name your kid Lumpy.
lumpy butterball.
Bumpy.
Lumpy. With the L.
Oh, lumpy.
Like 2 L's.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick.
I like Cash Cheeks.
That
Lumpy cheeks.
that's P.
Lumpy fat
Fat
cheeks.
Hey, that's P Diddy's. That P Diddy.
Diddy.
New
We're a
name.
family show.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Okay, hold on, real quick. Dude, person, what are we doing?
Did
I ever tell you?
I saw that and I was like, nah, that's not real.
Did I ever tell you about the girl that I went to college with? Her last name was Lear, and her family was nice enough to name her Shanda. I'm not even joking.
I wanna swing from the chandelier.
I'm not even joking. I felt bad for the girl.
It's like old WWF like names.
Yeah, right.
Some parents.
Speaking of the WWE,
Yeah.
You're Killing Me Smalls goes to the WWE because for the
Oh.
first time I think they screwed the pooch.
Oh.
Main event: Bad Blood, Bloodline versus Roman Reigns and
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes Are you kidding me?
They ran this one
Did you-
dry.
Hold on. Did you kill Jimmy? Is Jimmy dead? That's all I want to know at this point. Is Jimmy Uso dead? Because if he's dead, that makes sense. Otherwise, Jimmy Uso should be in there. Or, I don't know, get one of the other 25,000 Samoan wrestlers that are out there to come and help Roman Reigns. I don't know. Zilla's contract's up. Might want to ask him to come and help out. I don't know. You know, there's that 8-foot freak nature that's brothers with Tama and Tola that's still out there roaming the world. You know, there's plenty of guys. Plenty. But no, you're going to pick Cody Rhodes.
Cody, I won't turn heel Rhodes. I'm just not going to.
I'm a babyface.
Make it the bleeding obvious.
Yeah.
Let's not.
But obviously, more to preview on BK Dub.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure we're going to get
Blow
into
the
this
whistle on Fridays around 11 a.m.
Shameless plug.
Xbox Sports.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Yeah.
I'll say we will get into more details, but what the bloody hell? The rest of the card is pretty good. I'd say pretty stacked. I like it. But to WWE for ruining the main event, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
The only other thing that I didn't like about that is not having a bracelet on a pole match.
Yeah.
For Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
Funny.
The only thing I got one really quick, and it's quickly as quick. To the Jags organization, not for the 2 out of 3 falls match at the beginning. That was actually pretty cool. I think there was a lot of haters online over that, but again, that's just over people overreacting. Naming it Trevor Banks Stadium instead of Everbank Stadium for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and cringy, and again, not for a quarterback that's been producing as of late. So to the Jags, I mean, it was kind of funny for what it's worth, but you gotta
Oh, by the way, to all those people that made Vince McMahon trend along with P. Diddy, God bless.
They get an applause, but the Jags, you get a.
You're killing me, Smalls.
That's
well deserved too. That was
Vince
terrible.
McMahon is
Awful.
officially being investigated by the FBI, by the way.
There you go. Makes
Boy,
sense.
I'm shocked. I'm in awe.
That's like if Soldier Field actually did Soldier Fields.
Although,
even
I
though that
will
was
say
a whole
this,
joke.
Oh my god!
But Jacksonville
that's
took
right.
it the next level. Like, no, we're gonna do that.
This is not
Hear me
this
out.
is not a political statement, but there are a lot of pictures coming out of a certain presidential candidate at a lot of Diddy parties.
Oh my!
Just putting it out. How many bottles of
Diddy?
oil and lube did you say that they found?
Oh, I didn't see.
10,000.
Yes, there was a little.
10,000 bottles of baby oil.
It was a
lube.
lot.
That's ugh.
Yeah.
Luby.
Maybe they were just having a slip and slide
I
party.
was about to say slip and slide. Yes.
Yeah, they were watching the Hard Knocks with.
Their skin was
That's
dry.
also getting annoying too. If they can stop anytime Caleb slides, he goes, "Oh, just like the Hard Knocks episode."
Yeah,
you can say anything else. We get it.
Just wait till Tony Romo gets his hand on that.
Jimmy's out there with the slip and slide.
Watch it here. He's gonna slide.
Just like he did on the slip and slide at Hard Knocks.
That was Jim Nance. I'd push him off to the side with my hand. Just shut up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for us to go. So we will see you on Monday from 2 to 4 Central Standard Time.
Good job.
Here on Below the Whistle. I've run
Such a pass.
out of gas.
That's fine.
I've
Power
used up-
Ranger.
No,
Dude,
we'll see you next week
There it is.
here on Blow the Whistle, 2 to 4 Central Standard Time. Same bat channel, same bat place in the studio that is called Sportstown Chicago. We are Blow the Whistle. Stay positive, be positive, surround yourself with positive people, and positive things will happen for you. Stop with that crap, I swear to God.
Leave me alone. We do what we want.
Yeah, bear down and block. Oh! See you next week here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Peace.
This is your home for sports.